Mic test 1 2 3. Mic test 1 2 3. Mic test 1 2 3. जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम. जी मेरे साथ आबिद भाई हैं. जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम. जी माइक टेस्ट 1 2 3. All good buddy. Hello and a very warm welcome from Oman Cricket Academy. This is the day 6 of Oman D20 powered by Fancode. The games coming between Bousher Busters and Ruwi Rangers. This is the match number 14 of the two of the most anticipated teams in this tournament. We talk about the games today. We have another game lined up. The first game is Bousher Busters and Ruwi Rangers. Talk about the next game. It is at 6:30 p.m. the local time. Azeba 11 taking on Kuram Thunders. These matches are coming to you live from the Oman Cricket Academy. The first game, Bousher Busters, they lost the game last day against the Sid Titans. They'll be up against Ruwi Rangers. If you talk about Ruwi Rangers, they won their game yesterday against Amarat Royals. That was an absolute cliffhanger that went down to the wire, and Ruwi Rangers holding their nerves, winning the game right in the last over. Talk about this game, Bousher Busters and Ruwi Rangers. Talk about the surface there. We have Shoaib Ahmed ready with the pitch report. Over to you, Shoaib.
Hello and welcome to Oman Cricket Academy. We are here for a game of cricket, and so is the weather. because it's playing games with us. Last few days, chilly and breezy, but today it's a slight bit different. It's 25 degrees Celsius here at the Oman Cricket Academy, and that means it is a little hot here. But perfect playing conditions, of course, as always. It's the same wicket that was used for the last two games. Let's quickly have a look at what the pitch has in store for us. Very hard. From the looks of it, you can see it's not all that green, but very hard, and we've seen from the previous matches as well that it's a high scoring pitch here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Now, there are two games that are being played today. Well, I think both the captains who win the toss will want to bowl first and make sure that they restrict the opposition to a good score, because the batting gets easier as the day progresses. So win the toss, bowl first.
Thank you, Shoaib Ahmed. That was Shoaib with a pitch report giving his verdict about the surface. Looks a very decent batting track, but still he wants a team to win the toss and decide to bowl first. We talk about the points table there. Ruwi Rangers leading the chart with 3 games, 3 victories. Amarat Royals 4 games, 2 victories and 2 losses. They're at number 2. Kuram Thunders, Durset Titans and Gujarat Giants all with 4 points. Bousher Busters, they have won only 1 game out of the 3. Azeba 11, they've won a game as well. And Khuwair Warriors, they're yet to win a game. In the combox, I've been joined by my partner in crime, Abid Ibrahim. Welcome, Abid.
Thank you very much, Niman Chaudhary. A great day of cricket here at Oman for that Oman D20 powered by Fan Code. That's the lineup for that points table. That there is a lot of changes bound to happen in this, because all these teams are giving a tough time to one another, to each other. So it's Bousher Busters now will be taking on Ruwi Rangers. If Bousher Busters goes on to be at that number 1 position, there will be a lot of changes in that column. So we're all set now for the toss. We've got Mohammad Rashid alongside 2 captains for the all-important toss.
It's toss time here. I've got the 2 captains with me, Sufyan Mahmood, who will be captaining Bousher Busters, and I've got Mehran Khan leading Ruwi Rangers, and I've got the all-important man, Mr. Gopa Kumar, officiating the game today. We've got Sufyan Mahmood as the home team. He'll flip the coin. Khanjar is the call.
Khanjar it is.
Khanjar it is. So, Mr. Mehran Khan, आपने टॉस जीत लिया, क्या डिसाइड किया?
We'll bet first.
अच्छा, any reason for that?
Yeah, because yesterday we scored very well and we win the match. So I think the wicket is very good for batting. So we will give a good total, and inshallah we will win.
What do you think is a good total?
I think around 180. We are targeting 180. Yeah.
But we've seen that it has been very high scoring game since this wicket has come in. Do you think 180 would be enough?
I think it will be enough. Yeah, 180, because we have a good bowling also.
All right, brilliant. Have a good game.
Thank you.
Sufyan, you've lost the toss. What would you have decided to do?
We would have ball first as well, so I'm happy to lose the toss.
Okay, so it's going your way. You defended 29 of 35 last night. How's the confidence level?
Actually, yesterday's match we lost by 7 runs.
Oh, sorry.
We were actually, I think we gave away a bit extra runs. 180 plus was the total, and we were just 7 runs short of it. So it was a good display of cricket from our team. Last 2 matches we have been finishing like losing closely, like 5 runs, and yesterday 7 runs. We hope to do better today.
Right, that has been the case. You've been getting some very close encounters. So there must be some things you have been working on. Maybe that rotation of strike.
Probably, I think it's more of in the bowling, because in the last match we gave away a few runs, and before that match we could not score 12 runs in 10 balls, which was easily doable with 5 wickets in hand. So it's equally like we have to be a little bit more polished in our approach so that we can finish off things well.
Right, thank you very much and have a good game.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, that's the news from the centre. Ruwi Rangers has won the toss and elected to bat first.
We got the news from the centre. Ruwi Rangers winning the toss and deciding to bat first. That is the news we got from the centre. Ruwi Rangers, they have won 3 out of 3 games in this tournament. They've been flying high on confidence and on the luck. On the other hand, Bousher Busters, they are in desperate need of a win. Talk about Ruwi Rangers there. Hannan Rizwan, Kalimullah, Khalid Kale, Mehran Khan, the stand-in skipper. came on the toss there. Mohammad Rafi, the left arm pacer, Mohammad Zahid, Nadeem Mohammad, Naseem Khushider, Nestor Damba, Wasim Ali and Zohaib Amanat.
Yeah, the team for Bousher Busters, it is Akil Khan, Asif Khan, Azmatullah Qazi, Fawad Ali, Fayaz Butt, Hamad Ifraq, Hamad Mirza. Now those two batters, the team Bousher Busters rely on a lot. Imran Ali, Nadeem Khan, Shubhu Pal, Sufyan Mahmood, the captain. A perfect lineup for Ruwi Rangers, and they'll be riding high on confidence because they have won that absolutely cliffhanger, as you mentioned earlier. The barest of margin. The bowlers has given them what it needs to be taken. The game was out for them, done and dusted, but the bowlers and the fielders pull things back in their favor, and they turn out to be the winners.
Hanan Rizwan, the man opening the innings for Ruwi Rangers, he has been in absolutely sublime form. 3 innings, 140 runs, all 3 scores of 40 plus, best of 55 yesterday. Averaging 46, striking at 130. He is the man who will surely would want to perform to give a very good opening stand to Ruwi Rangers, and alongside him is Khalid Kale. Look at his strike rate, 136, the best of 36. He hasn't given his 100% in this tournament until now, but today we expect that he can be a dangerous customer up the order. Fayaz Butt, 2 wickets, economy of 8.25. Right then, ball number 1 of the first innings. Driven handsomely. Couldn't pace the field on the offside. So a lot is expected from these opening batters of Ruwi Rangers. They know only one way, and that is to attack.
Well, I think Ruwi Rangers is sorted out with Hanan Rizwan, who's been scoring runs, couple of 40s and got 50 in the last game. It's Khalid Kale that Ruwi Rangers want to chip in and score some runs, because he's also a very, very crucial batter for Team Ruwi Rangers. Glided towards the third. First runs coming on the board. And for Ruwi Rangers to open account with a single. And now I've been talking about Khalid Kale. That's the man. Khalid Kale, who will be on strike now. And he's supposed to get some runs for him and for the Team Ruwi Rangers.
Well, absolutely. Both of these batters, they attack right from the word go. It's just a plan that they follow. Ruwi Rangers are the team who play attacking cricket. The captain mentioning at the toss there that they would want to get at least 180. Considering the bowling lineup they have, that'll be enough total.
Very skillful batter he is, Khalid Kale. We know that his abilities to hit the ball hard, and also he's someone who targets that mid-wicket region and long on. He's very strong to the legs. Fayaz Butt now bowling first over, not Fawad Ali. Usually Bousher Busters starts with Fawad Ali. Maybe yesterday we saw Captain and Fayaz standing on that corridor talking a lot. We were wondering what are they talking about. Maybe this is the strategy they wanted.
Well, absolutely. They are in desperate need of a win, and they would surely want that win to come against a top side of Ruwi Rangers. And to get a win, they need to perform well with the ball. Nicely guided this one towards the third fielder. This is good approach from Hanan Rizwan and Khalid Kale, because we know Fayaz Butt is a dangerous customer. Rotating the strike against the premier fast bowler.
He's having a fantastic tournament, isn't he? He's got a lot of runs for himself for Team Ruwi Rangers. Kept on scoring a couple of 40s and then 50 and then good numbers. I mean, the contribution has been massive from the opener, Hanan Rizwan.
I completely agreed. Here, Abid Ibrahim. 42 runs in the first innings, 43 in the second game, followed by a half century yesterday. So it's just about the fact that you are performing consistently. If you talk about the consistent performers there, 188 runs for Rafiullah, Hanan Rizwan with 140. Mansoor Ali at number 2 with 162. So it's just about the fact that Hanan has a brilliant average there. 46 is his average. He strikes at 130.
He's got a brilliant average and a great tournament. Meanwhile, it's been hit towards the onside and the first boundary for Team Ruwi Rangers, and Khalid Khail gets that one. Nicely watched that ball, tried to play it after the ball made that movement.
Well, this one was bang shorter in length on the back foot. Had all the time in the world to pull it on the onside. It did not came out of the middle of the blade, but still it had enough timing on the ball to reach over the fence. First boundary for Ruwi Rangers. Fuller played with the straight bat. Back to the bowler. A dot ball to finish the over. It's a beautiful mountains. This is one of the most picturesque stadium in the world. I'd ask Abid Ibrahim about his favorite stadiums. For me, Kingsmead, Durban, Wankhede Stadium, Mumbai, both of these stadiums are absolutely brilliant when it comes to the cricket games.
I think there will be no doubts about it that Lord's is something that we all know about, and the mecca of cricket. Lord's is something that is really special. What it has served in cricket, and there was been a lot of histories. Meanwhile, it's Fawad, 3 wickets in 3 games, and very useful bowler. They just made little change there, using him for the second over, not the first over. That's the field set back outside off. They've got a deep square leg, so there might be the shorter length deliveries on your way.
Shorter delivery, and that has been poked on the onside for a boundary. First boundary for Hanan Rizwan, and he's off and running.
Yeah, first boundary for him, and easy picking for him. That was really not an ideal delivery. Banked it short and allowed him to swivel for 4 runs. Easy. No chance for the fielder. And that shiny ball goes and hits the rope.
Hanan Rizwan continuing his good form. Staying on the pads at this moment. Fawad Ali. Tries to pull this one towards the onside. The ball went in the gap. Both of these batters, they wanted to come across for the second run. It was not there. Mentioning about the Lord Stadium. It's known as the home of cricket.
In the world, yes. In the world, definitely, with a rich history. And then when it comes to that, the parts of the area where you have New Zealand and Australia, Sydney remains the best for me, where you can play the game in summers there in Australia. What a venue that is. Another one, MCG, the home of the legend leg spinner the world has ever witnessed. Late Shane Warne, great Shane Warne.
Yes, absolutely. They have named one of the grandstand enclosure as in the honor of Shane Warne. So it's just about the way of honoring your heroes.
Yeah, and this ground as well is in history in the making. And the work on this field, in this ground, has been really quick and superbly well. And what a great venue to have here, just at the center of these dark mountains. And the weather over here in this month of the year gets chilly and beautiful.
Well, you were mentioning about this stadium there. I was at the presentation ceremony with Kashyap Kumar last night, and he rated this wicket, this certain pitch, as the best pitch in South Asia.
Well, I think wouldn't be denying that one. The ground, the facilities, the people of Oman, a true lover of the game. Meanwhile, it's up and over, but won't go all the way. Now, what one thing has come to my mind is that because that part where the ball you see that after hitting the surface does not get a lot of bounce and does not run quickly towards the fence when it is hit up in the air. While you drive it, it's lightning quick. So that's caused because this ground has been built in 2000, I think 12 years back. I think it's been 12 or 13 years back when they built this ground. But haven't been a lot of games since then. But it is this only the couple of years past. Have been a immense traffic coming to this ground. So there is a lot of reason for that. Quite a bit of a challenge to give us a green ground in this part of the world. Hats off to the groundsman. Meanwhile, it's end of over number 2, 16 for none.
Fayaz Butt, normally a wicket-taking option, up the order. Would surely want a wicket or two in the power play for his side. Ruwi Rangers winning the toss, opting to bat first. A very decent looking surface where you always get value for your shots. Considering the bowling line our Bousher Busters have, that'll surely be a challenge for them to restrict Ruwi Rangers to a below par total. Because as I've been mentioning before, that Ruwi Rangers are a batting dominated side. Hanan Rizwan, Khalid Kale, Naseem Khushi, Mohammad Nadeem the all-rounder, Mehran Khan the all-rounder. Pull this one on the onside. Hasn't timed that well, but the ball will still race across the outfield for a boundary.
Yeah, that was a great connection. It just came right from the center of that wood. Rizwan, the form he is in, and that seemed to be quite easy. The better and the perfection it is. And the best part about Rizwan is that he's short in height. And we know that the history of batters who's short in height, what they have achieved in the world of cricket.
Pulls this one on the onside once again. The timing was absolutely perfect. The ball will find the fielder at the mid-wicket fence. So what Fayaz Butt is trying to do here is trying to bang it short. For that reason, he has a fielder on the onside, the deep square leg. Fielder protecting the boundary. Hamad there. The deep square leg fence.
Well, the only problem, talking in the toss, Sufyan Mahmood with Rashid, that it's their batting. He mentioned earlier that they had 5 wickets in hand. They should have chased the score against the Sit Titans. But for me, what I sense is that the batting after that number 5 is really not up to the mark. They don't have a lot of batters in their side, or someone who can really win you the game, someone a match winner in the batting card.
Yes, absolutely. They would surely missing someone like Rafiullah in their ranks, a lower order hitter who can smoke the ball out of the park. And I believe Sufyan Mahmood is a man who can do that sort of a job for his side. They're in desperate need of a win today, Bousher Busters.
Yeah, they have to register victory here, and they've been up against the Giants. Ruwi Rangers was at the top right now in the points table.
Guided this one towards the point fielder, got a quick single there. Khalid Khail, seems like the role for him right now is to drop and run. Take a single, get to the other end, give strike to Hanan Rizwan, who's been in absolutely supreme form.
Mentioning earlier the captain, Mehran Khan, not the captain of Ruwi Rangers, that he's come up for the toss, that he revealed the plan is to score 180 runs. For that, they need to use this 6 overs pretty smartly. They need to at least get 10 runs an over. This is too early, but they have been doing well on the first part of this power play.
Drilled on the onside. Chance for a quick single. That's a direct hit. Direct hits are always interesting and exciting. And Nadeem, he thinks that he's got his man. The matter has been referred to the third umpire.
Well, what I could see from my naked eye is that maybe they are within the rights. In fact, the batter knows it, and he's walking himself out. He's almost towards that dugout. Pretty much sure that he's shot. No one knows better than him. Yeah, he's clearly goner. He's goner, Khalid Khail. A big wicket here. The fielders contributing and picking up a big wicket. A huge moment in the game. The first wicket, the first blood is being drawn. Courtesy run out. Khalid Khail will wait for that light. And for the final confirmation, I think the red light will come out. Yes, it is. Confirmation. Khalid Khail is a goner.
Khalid Khail run out. They are a very unfortunate way to be dismissed. 9 from 8 deliveries. 22 for the loss of first wicket at the end of third over. Well, just to start, Bousher Busters wanted. They got a wicket, that too of a run out, and that too of the big man. The dangerous Khalid Khail who was run out there. Trying to pull this one towards the onside. The connection was not there for Hanan Rizwan.
Well, that is the run out there. He's hit that one hard, and there you go. That's what you were talking about, that there was little bit pose and run from Khalid Khail, which made him losing his wicket. Fawad Ali.
Beautiful delivery, beats past the outside edge. As they got the first wicket, the confidence is back for Bousher Busters. This is how Khalid Khail was run out. He was ball watching there. He wasn't sure whether he had to respond to that call of a single, and resultantly he was run out. Brilliant piece of fielding there from Nadeem.
Well, no diving forward, trying to save his wicket. Khalid Khel. Oh, leading edge, flung towards third. Oh, just falls shot to Shobhupal. Well, I think he was not expecting there will be a direct hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Great fielding effort there. Mohammad Zaid, he'll be a relieved man. He was on king pair. A duck in his first game is off the mark now. Was undone yesterday without getting any run. Today he's got a first run. He's been promoted up the order, batting at number 3. It's always a very crucial position.
Yeah, the first run he got there, but he's got by a bit of a hiccup there. The ball flung on towards the third. Now they still have the third out. Now fine leg is up. Now they have to get square leg behind. That's what Fawad Ali relies on heavily. He likes to bang the ball short. This time he goes full straight to the fielder. Sufyan does well. A dot ball there. Hanan doesn't seem to be stopping his shots since he's lost his partner.
Well, it has been a good comeback by Bousher Busters. Ruwi were going at about 8 runs per over, but slowly Bousher Busters are getting back in the game by controlling the runs flow. Dances down the track, loud shout there from the bowler. Has not been given out by the umpire there. Direct hit at the non-strikers end would have been very interesting.
Well, he's giving his leg buys, but probably what I think there are two things that was maybe the concern here. One is that ball not hitting in line, and the other one is height. That could be. Yeah, one thing is for sure that the ball is not hitting the line. Not on line. The one final delivery from this over, and this over has been the perfect one. Not a lot of runs.
Played on the onside. That was a very good delivery once again, targeting the stumps. Boundary less overs are rare in power play. Brilliant bowling from Fawad. 4 overs are gone, 26 for 1.
One leg, sir.
26 for 1 in 4 overs. Khalid Khal's the only wicket to fall. He was run out. Naseem Khushi, Muhammad Nadeem, Zuhaib Amanat, Mehran Khan, Rafi Rana, the batters to come. They got a good batting lineup. Wasim Ali, the all-rounder, pulled a brilliant spell yesterday to bring his side back in the game. But it's just about the matter of couple of overs that can turn the game on its head. Akil Khan has been brought to bowl in the power play. Hasn't picked up a wicket in this tournament. Been going at the economy of more than 10. Normally a very impressive bowler. Chipped on the offside. That has gone in between the fielders. Only a single. So now this is going to be interesting battle. Hanan Rizwan, who likes to play on the onside, likes to pull on the back foot. He's up against Akil Khan, who's known for bowling arm balls.
Probably the idea is the same, that they want to test him on the back foot, or maybe they know that Hanan likes to play cross-batted shots.
Very good start, very good
So
start.
Akil would be looking for that one. If batter tries to play cross-batted, they might get that stumps uprooted.
Plays on the offside, clears the field. This is good batting from Hanan Rizwan. He gets the boundary.
This is good inside-out shot from Hanan, and he's also up for it. He knows that why that move is being made, why they gave this over to Akil Khan. They made little room, and inside out, perfect shot to get 4 runs.
शाबाश शाबाश ऐसे थोड़ा दूर से लवली लवली वेरी गुड स्टार्ट मास्टर हाँ ठीक है वो लवली मास्टर
Talk about the field there for Hanan Rizwan. Got a mid-wicket at the fence. And got a slightly wide long off there. Dances down the track. Played on the onside. Has he got that well enough? Yes, he has. First 6 for Hanan Rizwan. And Ruwi Rangers on the move.
Well, I think that's a one way to get rid of the spinner. Is attack against him, get a lot of runs against Akil, so that the captain will take him out from the attack. But this time it was rightly in the slot. Yeah, full toss in fact. The easy delivery. I think Akil got it completely wrong.
come on boy
Well, he hasn't been able to pitch the ball at the surface. That is the problem with Akil Khan. Now he's marking his run up once again. Not the kind of start Akil would have wanted. 11 of the first 3 deliveries. The fielder has been brought in.
जीरो से स्टार्ट करेंगे नो प्रॉब्लम चलो
The offside there. The long off has been placed at mid off now. That was slightly a better delivery
ये हो गया ना अखिल भाई चलो चलो
from Akil Khan there. A rare dot ball in the over.
जेन से करेंगे नो वरीज come on guys
Generally a very good turner of the ball, Akil Khan. Dances down the track, goes the aerial route. Has he got that well enough? Yes, he has. Second 6 of the over for Hanan Rizwan.
Well, backfired the move, bringing a spinner on. Hanan was waiting for it, and he's taken the challenge. He's going for his shots and trying to capitalize on this power play. Look at that. Perfection. Over the long off. Advance down the track.
This is good game awareness from Hanan Rizwan. Just at the previous delivery, long off was brought in the circle. Slightly quicker this time, played on the offside. A single won't be happening there. It's a dot ball because that has been fielded inside the circle. 17 of Akil's first over. 43 for 1 at the close of 5 overs mark. 3 bowlers have been used. Fayaz Butt, Fawad Ali and Akil Khan. Akil has only been introduced for 1 over. Very expensive, conceded 17 runs. Fayaz Butt and Fawad Ali have been spot on with the line and length.
Yeah, gone for a lot of runs, Akil Khan. 17 runs is huge. I think the recovery has been great now that Khalid Kale was dismissed by run out. The soon you see the runs being scored, this man comes in himself to the rescue. Sufyan Mahmood, the captain of Bousher Busters. Economy of 6.5 is not too bad. He's a strike bowler and does well while when it comes to change of pace, varieties. Yeah, started with the slower one. They need to hurry again. Well, Zahid now risking his wicket. Running hard between the wicket.
Sufyan Mahmood Not very often you get to see him bowling in the power plays. Last over of the power play. Hanan Rizwan, fourth game of this tournament and the fourth score of 30 plus for the little master. 18 of 30, 30 of 18 deliveries. Sufyan Mahmood maneuvering his troops, adjusting the field there. We got Longhorn and Cowcorn at the fence. Square leg and fine leg inside the circle. Outside edge. Azmatullah, he could not catch that one. The luck continues to go in the Hanan Rizwan's way.
Yeah, not where he intended to hit that one. He wanted to play with the straight bat, or probably was targeting the mid-off area. That rose the thick edge, no slip at cordon, and that was well away from Azmat. And has gone for 4 runs. Another good inning from Hanan Rizwan. The consistency has been the key, and he's been doing well. He's batting on 34 of just 19. And he's respecting the good deliveries as well.
Good comeback from Sufyan Mahmood there after conceding a boundary. Hitting the deck hard. Momentum's definitely going in the favour of Ruwi Rangers. This one came back in with the angle, and have a look at this for the aggression. Sufyan Mahmood, he looks pumped up. Cuts and cuts well, beats the infield. This will race across the fence for a boundary.
Perfect battle here between the bat and ball. The earlier delivery was coming into Hanan, and this one was going away from him, and cuts it beautifully to find the gap between the two fielders and got 4 runs, important 4 runs. This is the final over of power play where they need to cash the maximum minute. That's why the attack is on. The nerves might settle after the 6 overs when the field will spread out.
Good batting from Hanan Rizwan. They're getting a boundary and taking a single of the next ball. Among these two batters, Zahid is definitely the weak link. It's his second game of the D20. It's just been brought in the Ruwi Rangers side. He was dismissed of a duck in his first game. Steps out, plays on the onside, in the gap, will only get a single. That single will conclude the power play. 54 for 1 Ruwi Rangers after winning the toss.
boys, जल्दी bowling Asifa, bowling change, bowler coming, right arm over.
Asif Khan is normally a top order hitter. Since the field restrictions are over, they got deep square leg, deep mid wicket, deep long on. Got a sweeper cover there as well.
Spin into the attack now, straight away taking 4 runs, driven beautifully. This time Zahid contributing now. Solid that front foot shot. Look at that. Excellent shot there. I think that was bowled too full and right in the slot.
Not very often you get to see Asif Khan bowling. It's his 11th T20 game and he's only bowled 8 overs before. So he's not a regular operator for Bousher Busters. Has picked up 3 wickets as well.
Yeah, no wonder he started with that full length delivery. He's not in a perfect area to pitch that one. Or maybe it is Sufyan expecting something from the part-timers. It's hit direct, but I think he's just made it maybe. You're not going upstairs. Not a big appeal for a run out. Well, we've seen part-timers do give you a wicket most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes the bluff pays off. That was the opportunity there for the run out at the non-striker's end. Nadeem Hazard, Vicky Baran, has made sure that he's back in the crease. Steps out. Could not time the ball there. The pace was not there to operate with for Hanan Rizwan. You were rightly mentioning about the use of part-timers to break the partnerships.
Yeah, the partnership is key here for Ruwi Rangers. And for Bousher Busters to get rid of the partnership. I think that was a very good delivery there. Almost a 40 runs partnership between Zahid and Hanan. Major contribution has been from Hanan. I think since that power play is gone now, they would be concentrating on singles and doubles.
Picked on the onside there. So what a tournament Hanan Rizwan is having. 4th consecutive score of 40 plus. It's just the fact that he's living up to the expectations there. 7 overs gone, 62 for 1. Bousher Buster. Ruwi Rangers against Bousher Busters after winning the toss. Good start there provided by the opening batters.
There you go. Dolphin News. Fun fact, Pakistan's Abdur Rahman once recorded figures of a 0-0, given 8 runs and haven't picked up any wicket as well. When he bowled these 3 waist height full tosses, an umpire had taken him off the attack, and I remember this. This was because they were playing Asia Cup 2013, if I'm not wrong, if my memory serves me well.
Well, your memory absolutely served you well, and I have another question for you. The number of wickets Abdur Rahman has taken in his test career, it's a very unique record that no other Pakistani bowler has. You do not need to Google that.
We're not allowed to use our cell phones here in the com box. And I think I'll put that for our viewers. Maybe we get a correct answer to it, but don't Google it. That's the challenge. So we'll shout out the one who gets it correct.
Well, you played that very diplomatically, I see, Abid Ibrahim.
Yeah.
Just evading.
Yeah, I need over here, not a call of friend option is available, since I'll go with the audience. Meantime, nicely glided for 4 runs. Khalid very watchful there. And beautifully done. Deliberate. That shot has been played.
Yeah, the width was offer there. Played on the up, on the offside. Off fielder was placed at third, a boundary. Second boundary for Zahid. Coming back to Abdur Rahman, has taken 99 wickets in his test career. Missed out on the tally of 100 wickets.
I was about to. I knew about this, but then it's the patience you couldn't keep. Well, nicely bowled that one. He saw the batter is advancing down the track. He's tried to bowl away from him. In process, is given another extra here. Wide delivery called by the umpire, K.R. Azad.
Not understanding the reason why he's arguing with the umpire. Steps out. Takes the pace of the ball.
was the first wide. They've been decent in terms of extras, Bousher Busters. I think they have worked really well on that department discipline.
Yeah, that's a very important factor in any format of the game, but especially in the limited overs. Got to be careful in not conceding the extra runs there. Shuffles across, plays on the onside. Could not time that ball well. You see, the idea behind playing this shot was the fielder at square leg was right at the fence, but he was trying to get the gap there on the onside. Hanan Rizwan.
Well, I think they got a great start now. 70 of just 7.4. They are rightly in the balance where they can get that 200, 190. They're certainly aiming for 180. I think that is within the range. All they need to do is find that fielder, which is away now. They're pushing back, bringing in the square leg fielder. So the idea is to cut down those singles. I think that's not the fielder. The fielder will remain there, but he needed the helmet, the keeper. Well, yeah, for keeper, they asked the helmet. For a moment, I thought the fielder is coming in.
Yeah, the 12th man's now going off the field. Once again, good change of pace here from Sofyan. Just be a single there. We're talking about a projected score. It's 180 from now on if they manage to bat with the same run rate.
I think they can do well is that they got a boundary in this over, and they have to do is pick up one boundary. That's even if you don't pick a boundary, just keep rotating the strike. Hit towards the fielder slightly slower. Oh yeah, just like that. You might get two here if you just hit it in the gap. Single two in the over. 8 gone, 72 for 1 Ruwi Rangers.
.50 partnership with that single has been raised up of 30 deliveries. Just the momentum Ruwi Rangers needed has been provided by this pair. Asif Khan will continue. Picked up, full toss, played on the onside. It's just a single. Asif Khan is generally a very handy top order batter. Smoked 4 sixes the other day against the Titans. Steps out of the crease, trying to play that inside out. As an inside A is a ball went to long on fielder Hamad. So far, a good spell from Asif Khan there.
Come on guys, on your toes guys, shabash, shabash.
Hanan Rizwan unbeaten, 45 from 29 deliveries. Steps out of the crease, straight back past the bowler, brilliant timing. He gets a boundary, Hanan Rizwan, he moves to 49.
Well, he's Mr. Consistent. And now almost got 50 to his name. 49, and that one was hit straight. Using a lot of his feet in this particular inning. And that is came to his advantage. There you go. Single will bring his 50. And that's second 50 for him. Back-to-back 50. 2 40s and 2 50s. and he's easily in the top 5-run scorer. What a great knock this has been.
Brilliant batting from Hanan Rizwan. 50 of 31
Chalo
balls.
guys, chalo guys.
Mr. Consistent,
guys.
living up to the
Shabash, shabash, shabash.
expectations.
Keep working,
6
everybody.
fours, 2 sixes, striking at 161. The dream run continues for Hanan Rizwan. Cuts and cuts well. Just be a single there for Saeed. He has played a great role with Hanan Rizwan, has been brilliant in terms of rotating the strike. For the loud shout there from Asif Khan. Loud shout there from the bowler. This one was a leg spinner there trying to cut that one. Asif Khan was appealing for the LBW. Has been called as leg bias by the umpire.
Chalo boys, come on. Bowling Asifa.
Steps out, trying to bring that inside out into play. Will find the fielder. That'll just be a single. 9 overs are done and dusted. They're going at exact run rate of 9 at the close of 9 overs mark. It's 81 for 1. The dream run continues for the little master Hanan Rizwan. He's now the leading run scorer of Oman D20 powered by Fan Code. 4 innings, 191 runs, the best of 55, strike rate of 137. Mr. Consistent. All 4 innings and he has a score of 40 plus in all those 4 innings. Rafiul Light number 2 with 188 runs. Cuts that one towards the offside. Sweeper cover will come into play. It's just a partnership which has been building slowly for Ruwi Rangers. Considering the batting lineup they have, 60 of 37 is the partnership. If these two batters continue till 12th or 13th over, then they have Mehran Khan, last match hero Mohammad Nadeem, skipper Naseem Kushi himself. So Wasim Ali, so do have depth and strength in the batting.
A slower one this time is being hit and well directed for 4 runs. Zahid now joining his partner and doing it well. He's really getting the opportunity on the second go. That first time he's gone out there and got 0 run, but this time 22 already showing his class.
Played on the onside, has picked up the length and has put it over the mid-wicket fence. Zahid joins the party. 4 followed by a 6.
Come on guys.
Sufyan Mahmood has been taken to the cleaners in this over by Zahid. Has picked up the length and has put it over the mid-wicket fence for a huge 6. 28 of 16 for Zahid. He's got a slow start and now he's converting it into a big one.
Well, yeah, they've been dealing with the boundaries now. First 4 and now 6 to follow. Things have been quite simple for Ruwi Ranger batters. With almost 10 runs in over, they are smoothly sailing. 3 more deliveries in this over. 11 already conceded. Now tucked it away for a single. Yeah, very well played Hanan Rizwan for his 52 right now. He's still batting on. That's how that 50 came up. He's gone for attack against the spinner Akil. He's done well finding the gaps, hitting the boundaries, using the feet. And he's made well-deserved 50. He goes again. Big on the onside. Maybe a chance. No, just bounce in front of Fawad Ali. And they just got short of him. And how desperate Bousher Busters need his wicket. Hanan Rizwan. He's got best of 55 so far in this edition. And now he's batting on 53 already. On the verge of beating his own best.
Well, he is the best, I believe. Last ball of Sufyan's over. It's been very expensive. Flicked on the onside. In the gap. The batter, they're coming for the second run. No, they are not. A single will finish the expensive over from Sufyan. 10 overs are done. 95 for 1 Ruwi Rangers. And with this, we have a change of voices in the com box. Mohammad Rashid will be joined by Shoaib Ahmed.
Chalo boys, quick change guys. Shiva. Guys. Come on guys. Shabash.
Thank you, Abid and Numan. 10 overs have been bowled. First half of the first innings is part of history. 95 for 1 Ruwi Rangers. We expected a strong start from them. They've got a very strong batting lineup. And Hanan, what a great form he is in. First 2 matches, he's got 40 runs, 40 odd runs, and then a 50, and now another 50. So consecutive 50s for this man, Hanan Rizwan. He is enjoying this tournament, and that is such good news for Ruwi Rangers. Just the right time to introduce my co-commentator, who's had a great day today. Mohammad Rashid, he's smiling. Rashid, welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you, Shoaib. Good afternoon. Well, it's been a brilliant day so far. I have been certainly enjoying myself, which is why you see a jolly me. Well, a few others will be very happy are the Ruwi Rangers, who've gotten on to a very blistering start here. 98 for 1 in 10.3. Well, sure, we've seen throughout the tournament that these middle overs, these are the ones where teams have been struggling. Meanwhile, stepping down, very good connection on that one by Hanan. He's been the Mr. Consistent for Ruwi Rangers. That innings he plays up top, it's just so brilliant. Meanwhile, oh, a chance that has been grasped by the wicket keeper. Oh, that would have been curtains for Zahid. Shoaib, what do you reckon?
Well, that was a good chance, a very good chance for Bousher Busters to get their second wicket, and Asif is dejected, disappointed with that effort from Azmat. Should have been collected cleanly. Not easy, let me tell you that. The ball going down the leg side, it's not easy for wicket keepers, but you have to expect them to collect those, and he has not done that on that occasion. Big appeal right in front and given. So that chance for Zahid, he's not made full use of it. Playing a rash shot across the ground, wanted to sweep it and was found in front of the stumps.
Well, that hasn't costed them. Azmat would be a very happy man. And relieved as well. As we see that ball right in front of the stumps, trying to sweep that. And that was an easy decision for the umpire. Plumb in front. So Shoaib, you have come into the com box and you have provided that breakthrough to Bousher Busters.
Well, I have no hand in that. Mohammad Zaid is walking back, 32 of 21. Ruwi Rangers lose their second with 100 on the board.
Bowling, Shabash! Bowling, Azeva. Shabash.
So the new batter in, Zohaib Amanat. 3 innings for him in this edition of the tournament.
Come on, guys!
And a strike rate, a very healthy strike rate of 155. He's also got a 50 to his name in the previous game
Bowling, boy.
for Ruwi Rangers just yesterday. And look at that dot ball percentage, just 10%. That is absolutely clinical from Ruwi Rangers. And that is why you see that they are already at 100 runs in the 11th over. And with that shot, Zohaib Amanat is off the mark as well. End of the 11th over. 9 more to go. Ruwi Rangers 101 for 2.
Covering. Right arm around.
Change in the bowling. Imran, the off spinner, comes on to bowl. He's picked up a wicket. Straight away gets some purchase off the wicket. That slight turn. Probably because Zohaib, being a left-hander, Imran has been introduced into the attack to target him. Wide down the leg side. Waiver delivery. Easy decision for the umpire. Rightly called. Really well bowled. That was a good delivery. Straight to point. No single taken. Well, Shoaib, Ruwi Rangers had a brilliant game yesterday. Defended 29 of 35 deliveries. But they had to take 6 wickets. And they did a wonderful job winning that game.
Oh yes, what a comeback that was. I think one of the best matches that we've witnessed so far in the tournament. And I'm saying one of the best, and I'm saying so far because we expect a lot more.
Right arm around.
And with the tournament going into the business end, I think I've got this feeling that it's going to get even more tighter, even more closer. as teams get the right combination. But what a game we witnessed yesterday. Ruwi Rangers. Meanwhile, Hanan, oh dear. He has found the fielder. Didn't have to move an inch and he can't believe it. He thought it's going to go all the way. But all he could manage was find Fayaz Butt at backward square leg and an easy catch. He is a safe fielder, Fayaz Butt. More importantly, it's the third wicket down. 2 wickets in quick succession for Ruwi Rangers.
Well, Hanan is shell-shocked that one. And rightly so. He was expecting that ball to sail over that fielder's head. But what good field placing by Sufyan Mahmood. The right fielder in the right position. Hanan Rizwan losing his wicket after making a brilliant 55 of just 37 deliveries. Ruwi Rangers 103 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Covering. Right arm around.
Well, the hero from yesterday's game, Nadeem Mohammad, comes into face. 3 innings, 119 runs. Look at that average, 59.5, strike rate of 143. He was the mainstay along with Hanan for Ruwi Rangers yesterday. Bowled some brilliant overs as well. All in all, Ruwi Rangers playing as a team have been just so brilliant throughout this tournament. They have that self-belief, Shoaib. That is what is important in these tournaments.
Yes, that self-belief is so important. Also, that never give up attitude from Ruwi Rangers yesterday. End of the 12th over, 105 for 3.
Well ball, ho ja. Bowling ho ja.
Well, batting card, Hanan 55.
Shibu one hai.
Zahid getting a few runs as well. Meanwhile,
Well ball. Come on guys, come on.
Asif to continue. He's picked up that Zahid wicket. And now those 2 quick wickets have slightly pushed Ruwi Rangers on the back foot. That scoring hasn't been all that fluent. It's been a while, probably 18 odd deliveries since the last boundary. That would affect them. This is a chance for Bousher Busters to come back right into the game. Bowl a few dot balls, get that pressure up. And if they can pick this Nadeem wicket, that will get them right into the game.
Well bowled, Asif.
Oh yes, that's the big wicket of Nadeem, isn't it? They have a lot of batting, Ruwi Rangers. They've got a lot of depth in their batting lineup. But Nadeem, he's in great form. So they'll want another wicket here. Bousher Busters, they've definitely managed to slow Ruwi Rangers down in the last few overs with the spin coming in to attack. That's a good shot, straight down the ground, but there is a fielder there, specially positioned for that shot from Zohib. Very straight towards that long off. Khalid Kail didn't score runs today. With him is Mehran Khan on the left. Swept and will get a single. So dealing in singles at the moment with 2 new batters out there in the middle. You expect that, Rashid?
Well, that is the right approach. They have to rebuild. They still have 7.1 overs to go. Although it's been 20 balls since the last boundary, that is not the requirement at the moment. They just need to make sure they keep rotating strike. Meanwhile, swept that last ball of the 13th over towards that square leg fielder, Fayaz Bhatt. Does the fielding. Ends that over with a single. Ruwi Rangers 110 for the loss of 3 wickets. Asif to continue. Pitched up. A low full toss dealt with by Zuhaib. Handing over the strike to Nadeem. Al Shuaib. The projected score at the moment is 163. You were at the pitch. You had a very good look at that wicket. What do you reckon would be a good total on that wicket?
A big appeal. Not out, says KRS. I think 170 plus should be a good score. That was a good shout. That was worth a shout. But Azmat was not too keen on that appeal. Quick single taken. So yeah, I feel 170 plus. Anything above that will be a good score for Ruwi Rangers bowlers to defend.
Well, Mehran Khan was the stand-in captain during the toss. He didn't mention 180. And I thought that was round about the right score on this wicket. We saw a lot of runs in the first few games played on this wicket. But under lights, it just becomes a different wicket altogether. That ball starts seaming around. And Ruwi Rangers would be bowling some of their overs under lights.
It's a very interesting conversation. Kashyap Kumar Prajapati yesterday mentioned that he feels this is the best wicket in Asia. Well, I will definitely want to agree on that because it looks like a belter of a track. And he enjoyed his time out there yesterday. Takes the edge. This one's going towards the third. Shubhopal does well to stop that. Saved 2 runs for his side. We'll continue that conversation. 14 overs gone, 116 for 3. A bowling change from the Oman tail end. It is going to be Nadeem Khan. 5 wickets for him. A tad bit expensive, but early days in his career. Oh, some turn straight away. Will be called a wide, but he'll be happy to see that turn. Just would like to get it closer to the batter. Now that's much better. Good line, good length, and well played as well by Nadeem. So it's Nadeem to Nadeem. Got confused for a moment if I was taking the right name, but I realized that it's Nadeem on both ends with the bat and with the ball.
Yes, we've seen a lot of Nadeems, seen a lot of Shoaibs. One being here in the com box, and that one has been heaved over mid-wicket. A very big six by Zuhaib. That is the problem when a left-hander comes in front of a left-arm spinner. Usually you see big shots.
Oh, that was again pulled from outside off and played over cow corner. That's a good shot, and you're right. With that ball coming into the left-hander, I'm sure Zoeb is going to target and eye that mid-wicket cow corner area. We'll have to bowl even wider now. He's coming around the wicket to create that angle. And he still shuffles across and goes towards the onside. This time he hits it towards square leg.
I think that has been the problem. Sufyan Mahmood probably eyeing to get that Nadeem wicket. He wants Nadeem wicket and has brought in Nadeem to get that. That's up in the air. Well, it lands in no man's land just behind the wicket keeper, and they pick up a couple of runs in the process. So probably the idea is to get Nadeem Muhammad out as early as possible. As we look at that replay once again, it was a good delivery. Shuffling in the crease, Nadeem Muhammad. Getting that top edge. This one, a full toss. Right to covers. Could be a chance. Well, a better throw could have really gotten Zuhaib under some pressure. Meanwhile, after that six, Nadeem has made a very good comeback. Nadeem Khan, that is. Once again, slower in the air. Again to Sufyan Mahmood. A dot ball ends the over. 15 overs gone. 127 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Chalo boys. On your toes guys, on your toes guys. Shabash, shabash, shabash.
Imran to continue. Pitched up. Hit straight down the ground. Well, Shoaib, this is a very interesting phase. They've gotten that boundary of after 20 odd deliveries. But after that, there's been a couple of dot balls. Will that put them under pressure?
That's a good try from Imran, but again just wavered. Wanted to create that angle. And this time he bowls it down the leg again. So back-to-back wides. Not great bowling from Imran. Some freebies for Ruwi Rangers. 7 extras already in the innings. That was a big wide. Well, that's in the slot. That has been launched. And that's gone on to the second oval. Beautiful hit from Nadeem. And that means it's going to be 6 more runs for his side and for himself as well.
Well, Shoaib, in the previous delivery, that wide ball, that had been missed by the wicketkeeper. Nadeem did not take a single. So probably he was trying to attack Imran, which he's done so well. Look at that, in the slot, clearing that front leg, going through the line of the ball, over mid-wicket for a huge 6.
Oh, takes the under edge and misses the stumps. Beats the keeper. They take a single. Azmat having a difficult day at work. Has been kept very busy. Now that was very close to the stumps, wasn't it? Rocked on the back foot and played towards the covers this time. Will only get a single. I feel the bowlers, especially the spinners, Rashid, have bowled a lot fuller than what they would have liked to. Not allowing the ball to turn on this deck, because we clearly can see there is some turn. They haven't been consistent in hitting the right lengths, and that's why they've also proven to be a tad bit expensive.
Well, very fair observation there. They haven't used that wicket to its full extent. Also, I feel, Shoaib, they've been bowling a bit quicker, trying to survive, not to try to get those wickets. They're not bowling those loopy deliveries where the length becomes a bit doubtful for the batters.
Yes, indeed, bowling a lot flatter on that occasion. Imran to finish the over. 16 overs have been bowled. 140 for 3 is the score. Pulled straight to the fielder, and I think he has taken that catch. The celebration says yes, he's also raised the finger. The batters are running. They're still running. They're looking for runs. But I think now the umpire has called the ball. So we'll have to check that in the replay. The batters think that he's not out. It was Zohaib who played that shot, while the fielder thinks that he has taken a clean catch. Let's find out.
Shoaib, do you want my verdict?
Go for it.
Well, I think it's out.
Okay. Let's find out. If you're saying it's out, the umpire is saying not out. Let's look at that. Oh, difficult to say. Difficult to say from this visual. But let's confirm that the umpire has said that it's not out.
A very close call. That was really very, very close. Asif still having a conversation with the umpire. Mr. Gopakumar consulting with his partner, Mr. K.R. Azad. And I've been patted on my back for getting those names right.
Well, the law of averages catching up with you, Rashid. Let's look at that a little slower. And when you see the ball lands, it's landed in his hand, but then you can see some part of the ball touching the ground as well. It seems to be like that. It's inconclusive evidence, and the umpires have gone with their decision. So let's move on. Zohaib gets a life, and now he's played that along the ground, making sure he doesn't play that in the air, and gets a single.
Well, that was very close, but I think Asif, the fielder, he was very confident on that one. Raised his finger instantly, confirming that he's taken it cleanly. But I think you're right, Trip. There was some doubt on that one. Inconclusive, and with the laws of the game, inconclusive evidence favors the batsman. But what I thought was brilliant that the umpire did not give a decision instantly, walked up to his partner, consulted him, and the right decision was made at the end.
Yes, and now Nadeem and Zoeb. The last 5 overs in progress. We're in the last 5. In fact, it's the 17th over. So they'll want to accelerate. They've still got a lot of wickets left. They've still got a lot of batting left. Naseem Khushi, the skipper, the explosive batter, is waiting in the ranks. So they might want to try and get as many runs as possible. Try to go the aggressive route. Try to be try to have a different approach. More attacking. Not going to be easy with Fayaz but bowling. A slower delivery this time and only a single.
Well, Fayaz Butt has been brilliant throughout the tournament for Bousher Busters. He's one of the most positive things for them. Bats in the middle as well. Well, Shoaib was talking about the captain Naseem Khushi. He's all padded up and ready to get his turn. But he would ideally want these two to be there till the last ball is bowled. Both of them very able batters. They have the ability to strike it big. Talking about striking big, that's one up in the air. Field underneath it. And this time there is no doubt about it. Hamad taking a brilliant catch. That's a blinder.
Well, that's a great effort in the field. Nadeem going for that big shot. We mentioned that earlier. They look to go big. He goes big but finds the fielder. What a great catch. Not easy. These catches running to his left. Hamad kept his eyes on the ball. And for a moment he was Superman. Both his feet in the air, diving forward and taking that catch. Nadeem walking back, 17 of 16 for him. Ruwi Rangers 143 for 4.
By next time. Select. Thank you. Bola coming right arm over. 1 to play. Okay.
Mehran Khan. He's replacing Nadeem Mohammed, the stand-in skipper. Well, he was there at the toss. 27 runs in 2 innings. He needs to connect. Give strike to his partner. A full toss. Well, he's missed out on a full toss. Could have just placed it over that fine leg region and gotten an easy boundary. But when you're new to the crease, it is a little difficult. Brings the end of over number 17, Ruwi Rangers, 144 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Chalo guys, chalo guys. Ready. Well ball, Baki. This side. Covering. Left over.
So at this run rate, Ruwi Rangers will reach to 168.
Beautiful graphics there, Shoaib. Well, our graphics man is doing a wonderful job. Mr. Samir.
Yes, he's burning the midnight oil and bringing us these graphics. That's a beautiful shot from Mehran. No Naseem Khushi for Ruwi Rangers. Mehran Khan has been promoted up the order, and what a shot that is. Everyone enjoyed that, including those gentlemen there. That was a clean hit. Mehran Khan is also a big hitter of the cricket ball. We know that. Has played for Oman. And that was a very smooth, very pleasing and a very effective shot as well. Goes slower this time, Fawad. And very watchful Mehran, just plays it towards long off for a single.
Well, that shot was sweetly timed. Really enjoyed that one. Pleasing to the eye. Went through with the line and then follows it up with very smart batting. Picks up a single. They still have quite a few deliveries left in the innings. They would want to make the most of it. 150 was raised with that 6. Meanwhile, Fawad, he will be under slight pressure. In the slot, that has been picked. Has it gone all the way? Well, yes, it has. Zuhaib joining the party. The second 6 of the over. Another sweetly timed shot.
Well, great connection. That sound of the bat when the ball met his bat, it was absolutely wonderful to hear that sound. And that was a clean hit again. So as soon as it left the bat, we knew it's going to go the distance. The long on fielder, just a mere spectator, watching that ball sail over his head. So 2 sixes in this over already. An expensive over in progress from Fawad as Ruwi Rangers are moving swiftly. Oh, that's a good comeback from Fawad, and he's giving him a send-off as well. He was hit for 2 sixes, and that is just the ideal way of making a statement. Zoeb walking back.
Well, he's livid with himself, but Fawad, what a comeback. That was one of the best deliveries he's bowled, angling in right on the stumps and disturbing the furniture. Look at that send off. Look at that celebration. Wow, that was really close. That was very, very close to Zuhaib. But Zuhaib has to leave now. Gone after scoring 28 of 21 deliveries. Ruwi Rangers 157 for the loss of 5 wickets.
Covering. Over or around? This side. Left arm round.
Naseem Khushi, the captain, walks in. And a very good delivery by Fawad Ali. He's made a brilliant comeback. Look at that. Wicket once again. Well, That was a straight delivery. Look at that celebration from Fawad Ali. Oh, that was close, Shoaib. That was really close to Zohaib's head. It would have been very interesting to see. Had that hand touch Zohaib, that would have gotten Fawad Ali into a lot of trouble with the match officials.
Yes, that would have not been very pleasing for Fawad. Meanwhile, another good-looking shot towards extra cover. And that's gone for 4. Naseem Khushi is off the mark with 4 runs as well, as Ruwi Rangers are marching towards 180. 18 overs have been bowled. 161 for 5.
Jolly looking dugout for Ruwi Rangers. They are on track for that 180 mark. They were looking to target. Still got 2 overs, 161 now. Fayaz Butt to ball the penultimate over. Slower one, slightly shorter of length. Pulled towards that square leg region. Just for a single brings captain Naseem Khushi on strike. He's had a very good start to his innings. Well, let's look at that catch with the little zoom in. Look at that. That hand. Those fingers underneath the ball probably. Well, looks very, very close. But tell you what, Shoaib, brilliant camera work. Very, very good camera work by our team there. That magnification is not very easy, Shoaib.
Yes, great work from our cameraman. Meanwhile, not so great work from Naseem Khushi. He's hit his partner right into his midrib. They're appealing for obstructing the field. He'll take that back, but Mehran Khan, he looks in some pain. In fact, it was on his forearm that was hit hard. And Naseem Khushi, he really hits the ball hard. He didn't have even the slightest of time to react or get his reflexes in place to evade that ball. Hit straight at him. But he's smiling. He too is a strong man, Mehran Khan.
Well, some of these players, they've just been so great. As we look at that branding on his bat as well. GR8. Great. The physio. He's run in to probably spray that magic spray, which will do its magic. But you're right, Mehran, very strong man. Interesting to see that replay once again. Look at that. A low full toss straight to him. And that has taken his hand on the way. I would have heard having a drink. So all's well that ends well. No damage done. Mehran is still in the middle. So is Naseem Shah. Naseem Khushi, beg your pardon. $162 for 5.
There you see, well, he didn't have even the slightest of time to react to that ball. It came straight at him, Mehran, and immediately you could see him in some pain, in some discomfort. He's okay now, as Naseem Khushi is all set to face the next ball. Short ball pulled. And it will land behind the advertising boards. A clean hit again. Naseem Khushi is taking on Fayaz Butt.
Well, that was pulled handsomely well. Naseem Khushi. He read that slower one. Was bowled into the wicket. Timed it perfectly. That was a big six. Eyes on the ball. Swivels. And hits it brilliantly. So on a roll now. They've reached 168. Once again, shorter delivery and the same result. Not as well controlled as he wanted it to, but he's got the result he wanted. 6 runs.
Back-to-back sixes. Not good for Bousher Busters. In the death, they are struggling as Ruwi Rangers and Naseem Khushi in particular has come out with a clear mission to launch that ball out of the park every time. He's so good at it. He's so good at hitting those big sixes. Naseem Khushi has done that on a consistent basis for Ruwi Rangers. And he's continuing that today as well.
Can he make it 3 in a row? Or can Fayaz Butt make a comeback?
Well, make that 3 in a row. Make that 3 in a row. That's a hat-trick of sixes. Naseem Khushi, what another good shot that is. He is reading Fayaz Butt. And he's got so much of time when he plays these shots.
Shoaib, I reckon that was the best of the lot. Slightly slower outside that off stump. He's had to drag it. But in doing so, he's timed it perfectly. A hat-trick of sixes from the blade of this man, Naseem Khushi. He's already got that target they wanted to set, 180, and they still have 7 legal deliveries to go. Meanwhile, Fayaz Butt, can he make a comeback? Fuller, that has been played over that extra cover region, and that's gone for a boundary. So no fielder patrolling that cover boundary. What a brilliant over this has been. 23 runs coming off this over. And Ruwi Rangers have already reached 184 at the end of 19 overs.
That's gone high. It's in the air. Who's going to take that catch? Going to be very difficult. Azmat, well, he's having an off day. Nothing going in his favor. A man with the gloves, the best man to take that catch. And I think he's not even touched the ball.
Well, Shoaib, that should have been taken. The man with the gloves. It's always easier for him. That one miles up in the air. Could have fetched him a few air miles. But Azmat, well, he didn't get a hand to it. Very unfortunate for Fawad and Bousher Busters. Meanwhile, slower one. He does not need the fielders to support him. He's going to do all the work himself. That slower one working for him.
That's a great comeback again. And you're right. The best way to get the batter out is disturb the stumps. See, that's exactly what he has done. You don't need to rely on anyone else. Comes around the wicket, creates that angle. There's an inside edge off the bat. And the ball crashed into the stumps. Celebration time for Fawad. He knows the importance of this wicket. Naseem Khushi, a cameo comes to an end. 26 of just 8 deliveries. A strike rate of 325. He's done his job. 185 for 6 Ruwi Rangers.
Scoring. Left arm over. 4 balls over.
New man in is Wasim, and he's off the mark straight away. Good comeback from Fawad. He was initially expensive in his first spell, but he's come back strongly, and he's also giving a few flying kisses. That's the wicket again of Naseem Khushi, and he enjoyed that wicket. Well, that's another slow delivery on the stumps. This is good bowling from Fawad.
Well, he's been enjoying himself in this second stint he's got, picking up 2 wickets. And that celebration, the first one, could have gotten him into trouble. But I think he's got to prove some points to a few people. Hence, those kind of celebrations. But he's doing a wonderful job. Just getting away 3 runs in the 4 balls he's delivered. 2 more to go. Ruwi Rangers 187.
Swings the bat. No connection. In fact, very less connection. And he gets a single. So 7 more deliveries to go. And the score is 188. Rashid, if you had to guess a number where Ruwi would end up at, considering they have lost 6 wickets, what would that number be?
189.
By the end of the innings. 189, you mean last 7 deliveries, there's just 1 run that's going to come? Oh, in fact, it's just the last ball. 189 is what he said. And 189 is what it's going to be. So a single on that last ball of the innings. And Azmat, well, I think he's living a nightmare. He would want somebody to shake him up, wake him up, and tell him it's all a dream.
Well, look at that. Very good delivery to end the innings for Bousher Busters, but Azmat not supporting his bowler, grassing that one. Should have been taken. He's having a very bad day in the field. He's had a very bad day in the field. That's done now. He has to concentrate on his batting now. Meanwhile, Ruwi Rangers getting 189 for 6 in their allotted 20 overs, as predicted. Well, I can get a few pats on the back. Sure would probably buy me a drink.
Sure, Red Bull. 20 overs, 189 for 6. 55 for Hanan Rizwan, 32 for Zahid, 28 for Zohib. So they all got starts, and in the end, Naseem making sure they get to a decent total of 189. 26 of 8 deliveries from Naseem Khushi. And in the end, with the help of 8 extras, they get to 189.
Well, some runs scored, 189. Saw some bowlers being hit out of the park. Fayaz Butt picking up that 1 wicket, but giving away 40 runs, 23 in one of his overs. Fawad Ali made a decent comeback after his first stint, picked up 2 wickets. Asif Khan and Imran Ali, the other 2 bowlers, picking up a wicket each. 8 extras in that bowling effort by Bousher Busters.
So let's look at the highlights of the first innings. Hanan Rizwan continued his good form in this match as well, scored a 50. Khalid Kail was run out, a direct hit sent him back. And then there was a partnership between Hanan Rizwan and Zahid, who looked good out there in the middle, just kept the scoreboard ticking and kept those boundaries coming in. Best part of the first 10 overs was there were only 11 dot balls, so they kept themselves busy with taking those singles and made sure the pressure was never on them. Zohaib also played a good knock, got a few big hits to his name. Nadeem also joining the party, the player of the match for the previous game, made sure they got a few big hits. And there was this beautiful catch by Hamad to dismiss Nadeem. Naseem Khushi came out and he just went berserk out there in the middle, hitting some big hits and scoring 28 runs. Quick fire from the bat of Naseem Khushi. Fawad got that wicket, and Naseem Khushi just continued to hit that ball all around the park, especially that mid-wicket area, peppering that boundary time and time again. That was the wicket of Naseem Khushi, and that celebration from Fawad. So Bousher Busters require 190 runs, and they'll have to bat really well to chase that down at a run rate of 9.5. We'll bring that run chase to you after a short break, so stay tuned.
Welcome back once again to the Oman Cricket Academy, where we are just done with the first innings. Ruwi Rangers have managed to put on a decent total on the board, courtesy some good batting from Hanan Rizwan, a late order surge from Naseem Khushi. 189 is what Ruwi Rangers have managed to put on the board in 20 overs. Bousher Busters, they have a mammoth target to chase, and that is 190 in 20 overs. The required run rate would be 9.50. To talk about the batting from Ruwi Rangers, Hanan putting up 55 from 37 balls, Zahid scoring 32, Zohaib Amanet 28 of 21, 17 from Nadeem, 26 of 8 balls. The late order surge from Naseem Khushi, making sure that his side crossed the psychological barrier of 180. If you talk about the bowling there, Fawad Ali picking up 2 wickets, 34 runs he has conceded in 4 overs. Fayaz Butt, 4 overs, 40 runs and a wicket. Asif Khan and Imran Ali picking up wicket apiece. In the com box, they've been joined by Abid Ibrahim. Welcome Abid. 190 is the target. Is that going to be a very easy, a very difficult or a very moderate chase for Bousher Busters?
Well, the problem lies in their batting. Bousher Busters clearly not having a great batting side. They heavily rely on their bowling. And I think maybe little changes in the batting order will sort that issue out, and they might give us that exciting game. All I'm looking for is another cliffhanger. That is what we all about. Already a lot of close encounters we have witnessed.
Well, if they are to chase down this target or get anywhere near the total, they would want this man to fire up early on in the innings. Asif Khan, being the jersey number of 7. Hamad is a man who will accompany Asif Khan at the crease. A good start is what Bousher Busters require. And they will be up against the challenge of Kalimullah, the experienced Kalimullah. Power play in progress. Slip in place. Karimullah is all set, and we are all in readiness. Play calls the umpire, and here we go, the ball one of run chase. Good delivery there, targeting the stumps. Kalimullah. Bousher Busters would want to get a good start here. They're in desperate need of a win.
Yeah, they much needed these 2 points. 190 is quite big total, a mammoth total, I would say. And this man is the huddle. Has that reputation of picking up early wickets. And we have seen him bowling those Yorkers in the final over, saving 10 runs.
Slight shift in the batting order for Bousher Busters. Azmatullah has been replaced by Hamad up the order. Azmat he has had a very off day. Behind the stumps, dropped a couple of catches. This is going to be an interesting battle. Asif Khan up against Kalimullah's express pace. Oh, keeper couldn't gather that one. Naseem Khushi. It has been this sort of a day for keepers behind the stumps.
Well, it's kind of a virus getting everywhere. And now the first one going, yeah, just through the gap between 2 legs. Naseem Khushi, generally very good wicket keeper. We saw him yesterday saving a lot of runs by putting some tremendous work behind the stumps. It's just that the odd bounce in front.
That is the area they have to target. The middle leg channel, they have scampered through for a quick single here, Asif Khan.
Well, I think problem here is with the Bousher Busters top order. Starting with their top order, they tried few things but haven't got the perfect combination since they had their Adil Shafiq taking a tour to UK. It's not available for the remainers. So that's where the balance is shaken, I think.
Played up and over. Down to the third fielder. Rafi Rana will cut the ball off.
What happened there? Just one run there, but he was looking for immediately the water there, out there. One delivery from Kalimullah. And 7 runs, and those 4 runs goes to the buyers column, the extras column. So I think they need around 10 runs and over in the start. The first over they can afford to be watchful. They need to be watchful there. Just don't lose early wicket here. Bousher Busters at the end of first over got 8 runs for none.
One leg stump, covering.
Rafi Rana gets the new ball from the Oman LNG end. His second game has picked up a wicket in his first game, was very expensive. This one came back in the angle. Rana is generally a very good new ball bowler. The last game conceded a lot of runs and has been brought in the attack quite late by the skipper, but this time around the new ball has been given to Mohammad Rafi.
Yeah, so there's still Ruwi Ranger being at the top, still trying to sort out their bowling attack. That's a problem maybe because of having a lot of options. The fast bowling department. And that ball nipping in. I think if he bowls that onto the off-stick channel and nip that ball back in to the right-hander, that would be more effective.
Absolutely, the natural movement he has is to take the ball away from the right-handed batter.
And these sorts of a bowler are always in the game. You don't know what is coming up, whether it will be nipping back or going away. Oh, that nipped in back, and that was draws the edge and a first wicket. First blood drawn, and what a great start it is. Rafi has done the miraculous work. Big wicket, Hamad walking out.
This is good bowling. Consistent line and length there from Rafi. Extracting some extra bounce from the surface. Trying to guide this one down the third man, Hamad. He's got a faintest of the edges. And Naseem Khushi making no mistake behind the stumps. First wicket for Rafi Rana. Hamad Ifraq walks back after scoring 2. Bousher Busters 9 for 1.
Covering. Left arm over, 3 to go.
Hamad Mirza is a new batter in. This batting lineup they rely heavily upon Hamad Mirza and Asif Khan. Both of these batters are in the middle now. 70 runs in 2 innings for Hamad Mirza with the best of 35. Been striking at 125. Slightly wavered delivery to start. Rafi Rana just got a wicket. Has dismissed Hamad Ifraq of an absolute beauty.
And that's a problem there when you try a lot of position there. Look at that. Now that delivery, he's tried to get on the position where he can put it and glide it towards the third. That ball nipping back into him. And he was in no position to play that shot and gets the edge. What a wicket.
Sliding down the leg side once again. So the first wide was outside the line of off stump. This one was slightly down the leg side. So he's not controlling the line and lengths here, Rafi. Better come back this time from Rafi. This one was targeted at the stumps. It's just the angle that is created by the left arm pacer, making it difficult for the batters to hit him.
Yeah, now Hamad Ifraq being replaced by Hamad Mirza. Oh, big shout. Surely gone. Surely gone. Double strike in and over. Rafi is bowling absolutely gold. What a delivery. Nipped in and no clue for Hamad Mirza. Two big blows to Bousher Busters.
Second wicket of the over for Rafi. And Hamad Mirza taking a walk back to the heart. This was a beautiful delivery. An absolute peach. Was pitched on middle stump. And that just went on to hit the leg stump. Loud shout there, and have a look at this for the celebration. Rafi Rana, after being expensive in the last game, has struck twice in his first over. A duck for Hamad Mirza, and Bousher Buster struggling at 11 for 2. Skipper walks into bat at number 4. He got a slip in place for the skipper. Gully in as well. Rafi Rana on the attack.
I think that's a good move to bring him up to the order. He can be effective as a left-hander there. Straight away placed it in the gap. A ball is running towards the fence, and well done there. He's done well to save the boundary, and a very, very useful over for Ruwi Rangers comes to an end. Rafi with a double strike on that over, given 5 only. 13 with 2 wickets down, Bousher Busters.
Fawad Ali picked up 2 wickets. Now the ball is hard out. Sliding down the leg side here, Kalimullah. With the loss of 2 wickets early on in the innings, Asif Khan's role would be very important here. He's just the kind of batter who knows how to accelerate. Rafi Rana picking up 2 wickets in his first over. This was the first one. trying to guide that one towards third man Hamad. Got a faint edge, and this was Hamad Ifraq. Hamad Mirza, beg your pardon. LBW there stuck in front. Straight down the ground. What a shot from Asif Khan. Bowler's back drive, a boundary for Bousher Busters.
Good intent to ease a pressure a little bit from Asif. Got one in the slot and pushed it back to the bowler. And that was hit hard. Well timing on that. Good timing. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, just exactly over Kalimullah's head. He had the intention to play in the air.
How about this for the reply? How about this for the reply from Kalimullah? This one went away from the right-handed batter. Beats past the outside edge. Be a wake-up call there for Asif Khan. His feet going absolutely nowhere. Stuck in the ground. Trying to play the ball away from the body. Nearly missed the outside edge.
Well, tell me, how would you handle that delivery? Yeah, you just can't be scoring against Kalimullah. Oh, he's picked up on the onside. This one, using the pace, putting it great direction on the onside with a lot of timing on it. And that has gone sailing for the first 6 of this run chase.
Well, this man is known for hitting sixes. This one was a short delivery, short in length on the back foot, and has cleared the field with ease and grace. This was the 16th six for Asif Khan in his D20 career. This man is known for smoking some sixes. Got 4 sixes in the last game as well.
It's been a perfect battle between ball and bat. Nicely bowled now. A dot ball here. It's either boundary or no show.
Has been an eventful over. Kalimullah was thumped straight down the ground first, and he replied with a very good delivery outside the line of off stump, followed by a short ball that was belted over mid-wicket. So the action continues here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
A perfect challenge it is, starting with the wide but then getting hit for the boundary, and a perfect reply from the fast bowler. Hint of movement and then hitting him for 6 runs. And now a change of pace there, taking pace off that delivery. Kalimullah.
Yeah, good intelligent bowling from Kalimullah. He understands that Asif Khan likes pace on the ball. This was a slower delivery, played with the straight bat.
Yeah, read it in the end, the slower one. If he would have gone there for that drive, I think Kalimullah would have had the last laugh.
Cut this one on the offside. A single will end the over. 3 gone. It's 25 for 2. Two Hamads back to the hut, both being dismissed by the same man who's on song today, Rafi Rana. Asif Khan and Sufyan Mahmood, the skipper, in the middle. Asif's stay at the crease would be very key if Bousher Busters are to go anywhere near the target.
Well, I think Sufyan's stay is also crucial because he's the only left-hander they have. Oh, got it completely wrong. Rafi Rana probably was looking to angle that one away from the right-hander because Asif was watching that show where he was nipping into the right-hander, and he might have thought that he might be ready for something nipping back, So he tried to bowl that, angle it away, got it completely wrong.
Yeah, the idea is to take the ball away from the right-handed batter, not feed anything in Asif Khan's zone. That's gone up in the air, hasn't timed that well, but it was timed well enough to clear the infield. Both batters will come across for 2 runs.
Well, that's the beauty of power play. You can try, fancy your chances, try to hit the ball hard as long as you get it right. If it was wide spread out field, Asif would have been back, walking back by now. Yeah. You cannot be a lot of relaxed there. There's 190 needed to be chased down. The runs are fine, I think. They're just bringing in that square leg fielder. Pushing back the third.
Gone up in the air, hasn't timed that well. Rufi coming underneath that one, and he has taken a spectacular catch. Wicket number 3 for Rafi Rana, and Asif Khan, who was looking good, he will have to take a long walk back to the hut. Third wicket goes down for Bousher Busters.
Not a great handle of a pressure there. 190 looking on the board. Bit too much for Bousher Buster batters. One follows the other. This time Asif was getting the start, providing runs. Miscued it in the air. It was bowler's call all this time. That went sky up in the air, miles. And then he held it really well and takes that catch and making sure he strikes for the third, doing the major damage. And Asif walks out. 16 he bagged off 12 deliveries. 28 for 3 Bousher Busters.
Covering. Left arm over.
Shubhapal, 8 runs in the only innings he's batted in this tournament. Bousher Busters reeling at the moment. 28 for 3. What a day Rafi Rana is having. 3 wickets in his 8 deliveries. Has been a display of consistent line and length from Rafi Rana. Apart from the fact that he has been off target only a couple of times. He's conceded wide balls. And this was the shot from Asif Khan, trying to play across the line towards the onside. This one went many of miles in the air. A very good catch from Rafi Rana. Not easy taking those high catches.
Yeah, they were going well with the Asif Khan being in the middle. He was getting them those runs, those boundaries. I think he earlier also, before he gets out, he tried to play one shot which was again in the air. He was willing to take a risk, and you know that it pays off at times and at times it does not.
Yeah, it's a part of game, especially once you have 190 being the target on the board. It's just the pressure of required run rate that keeps on mounting.
Oh, that is height for sure, but it's a good bowling from Rafi. Not a lot of bowlers here in this part of the world, and Oman brings ball back to the right hander. Probably that's the reason the batters are getting explored.
Yeah, that's another good delivery there. Pitch on the right channel. Rightly mentioned about the height factor. Must have been going over the leg stump. Right, then last ball of Rafi's second over. Laid out to the point fielder. What an over for Rafi Rana. 2 runs and a wicket. 4 gone. It's 28 for 3.
Well, like little bit, not that much. Little bit, yeah. That's okay. Criminal लगा रहा यार. Right arm over.
Let that one go well alone there, Sufyan Mahmood. Has to stick around for quite some time here, the skipper.
Yeah, really, it's been a problem there for Sufyan Mahmood as the left armer went through the batting order. Mohammad Rafi kept on picking up those wickets. 3 wickets all belong to him, and the pressure is also mounting over Bousher Buster batters. The problem is still not solved. The batters putting them down.
Angling on the pads here. Chance for a quick single. Safely home, both of these batters.
Yeah. I think Mohammad Rafi was out of nowhere. He's everywhere. He's feeling the oh. That was definitely an out there if that ball had hit the stumps.
That's gone up in the air. Has he timed that well enough? Shubhapal. One bounces over the fence. A boundary to start the innings. He's off the mark with the 4, Shubhapal.
Yeah, good confident shot that is. Against the tall man, pacey. And that was a good length delivery, but he was able to put it away nicely, knowing that the long on is up. So as mid-wicket, that's the area where they can target. 3 for 3. There's the need to utilize now, put a partnership here now, somehow or the other. But the pressure of chasing 190 will always be following them. Shuffles across, puts it on the own side. There is deep square leg. The intention from Kalimullah is to invite the batter to play that hook shot.
Talking about Shubhapal, he's a very talented batter. He just doesn't get enough opportunities to showcase his talent with the bat. It's only his 3rd innings in the 6 games he has played for Bousher Busters. Batting at number 5 today. Yesterday we have seen Fayaz Bhatt being promoted up the order. Played on the onside. Has he timed that well enough? Yes, he has. This will go in between 2 fielders for a boundary.
Stylish, good looking shot there from the captain of Bousher Busters. Getting one onto the legs and easy to put it away. Yeah, there was no fielder on that region. It's just right between the 2. Picked up gap perfectly. Kalimullah is turning out to be inexpensive today as he's bowling his 3rd. Already conceded 26 runs. It would be ideal if somebody can just contain runs from this end, from Oman tail end. Whereas the other end, Mohammad Rafi, is doing a fantastic job by picking up wickets.
A lot of changes being made in the field. A lot of discussions being going on as well. Got to wait and see what exactly is the matter. You're all in readiness now. Kalimullah to bowl the last ball of his over. Thumb through the covers. What a shot this. This will go across the fence for a boundary. Consecutive boundaries for Sufyan Mahmood to finish the over. Well, that has been called as no ball by the umpire. So he has to bowl the last ball again. So actually the previous one was a no ball. We believe that too because of the fielder being inside the circle. Well on the onside there for a single. And that will conclude the over now. Mohammad Rafi will continue. After being impressive in his first 2 overs, has been given the responsibility once again to bowl his 3rd over. Operating from the Oman LNG end. What a find he has been for Ruwi Rangers.
Yeah, he's made his match after a couple of matches. He was warming the benches. Oh, perfect delivery to the left-hander, moving away this time. So since then, it was yesterday he got his first game and already he was showing his impact. And today is turning out to be that match winner for you. 3 wickets and that spell so far, and he'll be bowling the final over of power play. As long as he's bowling, you might expect a wicket coming your way any moment.
That's gone up in the air. Over the infield. Just evades the fielder there, Zahid, fielding at mid-on. Mid-off there. Beg your pardon.
The 6th over and still plenty of movement for Mohammad Rafi. Yeah. Even while trying to play that shot, Sufyan Mahmood couldn't middle that one, neither time that one, because of the movement. Heavily relies on that swing. So he's a perfect swing bowler, Mohammad Rafi. So he would also enjoy bowling against the right-hander, Shubupal being the right person to bowl for Mohammad Rafi.
You were rightly mentioning about Mohammad Rafi warming the benches in the first couple of games. He played against Amarat Royals yesterday, but had a very off day, conceded 42 in his 4 overs. Got the wicket of Jitin Kumar, but today has been given the responsibility to operate with the new ball. And that experiment proved absolutely right. He managed to pick up 3 wickets in his first 2 overs.
That's what it is, Noman. It's very important for the captain to use you well on your strength. Slightly in the air, straight to the point. No chance of a run. So knowing that Mohammad Rafi is someone who swings the ball pretty well, so you need to give him a new ball.
Yes, absolutely. It's just about, as you rightly mentioned, just about utilizing your resources at the right time. Some bowlers are so impressive with the new ball. Steps out of his crease. Won't evade the field there. This is good bowling from Mohammad Rafi.
And direct hit from the fielder there. Another match winner. Mohammad Nadeem there. He'll come in for sure for bowling. He's having a fantastic form. Yeah, just I think it's just a time for Mohammad Rafi. And if you see approach from Shubhapal, he's coming down the track. Oh, to negotiate with that swing, but this time wanted to glide it towards the third, missed that occasion, ball got a little too hurried on him.
This is good bowling from Mohammad Rafi, and his 3 overs has bowled 14 dot deliveries. 6 overs are gone, it's 45 for 3. Umpire signaling the second power play. 45 for 3 at the close of 6 overs mark. Nestor Damba, spinner, has been brought in the attack. About the field set there for Sufyan Mahmood, got a sweeper cover in. Now we'll get to see the field on the own side as well. Square leg, deep mid wicket and deep long on. In place for Sufyan Mahmood.
Well bowling, Nasti, well bowling.
Straight down the ground, back past the bowler. Slight misfield there from Kalimullah. Both of these batters only settled for a single. 5 of 10 deliveries for Shubhapal. He needs to up the ante here. Nestor Damba picking up 3 wickets in 3 innings. Good average of 18. Beautifully bowled there. Has been eating up a lot of deliveries. Shubhapal hasn't been rotating strike. Slip in place for Shubhapal. Making subtle changes in the field is Naseem Khushi. Once again, this time around it has been given as wide. Ever since that boundary from Shubhapal against Kalimullah, just hasn't got going.
Nasti,
Back past the bowler this time. Slight misfield from Nestor. So far the game is in total control of Ruwi Rangers. Getting wickets every now and then and making sure that they don't give away runs as well. Cuts away on the offside. There's misfield there from fielder. Sweeper cover will come into play.
Nestor Damba could be a right choice to bowl against Sufyan now. That is probably the strategy. They brought him for the first change. Big shout. Has it hit the on line? No, that is not hitting in line. the way that coming round the wicket against the right-hander, that takes the chances of hitting the ball in line off.
Yeah, this one. It pitched outside the line of leg stump, I believe. Thumbs away on the offside. He's struggling at the moment to relate the strike. Dot ball to end the over. 49 for 3 in 7 overs. Mohammad Rafi will continue. Has been given the opportunity to complete his spell because he was looking brilliant. He's up against Sufyan Mahmood. Sufyan will have a huge role to play considering that Shubhapal is struggling at the other end. Trying to heave this one on the onside. Couldn't make any connection at the moment, Sufyan Mahmood. Mohammad Rafi. Slightly slower this time. It's a very free-flowing action. Mohammad Rafi. The traffic continues behind the Oman Cricket Academy. Trying to pull this one. Hasn't got that out of the meat of the bat. It'll just be a single. 50 comes up for Bousher Busters. In 45 deliveries. Hasn't been a great start. 21 dot balls. So out of 7.3 overs, they have played 3.3 overs as dot balls.
Yeah, a lot of singles and dot balls also. 21 dot balls. While chasing 190 is something that they need to consider on it. Rafi to bowl his final over. Probably that's the man they want to play off him, not to try now any more damages. Already he's got his tail up, picked up 3 big wickets, crucial wickets for Ruwi Rangers of Bousher Busters. It's Monday here. A lot of traffic moving around the road. A busy city. And full of opportunities. Oh, he got it. He got it. Well, he tries that ram shot and got a 4 runs.
Well, finally Shubhapal gets one out of the meat of the bat. Good approach there from the batter. Game awareness there as well, understanding that the fielder was inside the circle. Managed to clear the infield and get a boundary for his side.
Yeah, I think that was the only area where he could see that swing. Yeah, he's gone full in the hunt of wicket on the final delivery of his spell. And he's bowled one of the finest spell here for Ruwi Rangers. What a great spell Mohammad Rafi had. Picked up 3 wickets in that. Well, it's 55 for 3 Bousher Busters at the end of 8.
The Dafa News fun fact, Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev have streets named after them in Wellington called Gavaskar Place and Kapil Groove. Just a nice gesture to honor the superstars there. That's gone up in the air. Just evades the fielder. Has that gone all the way? Got to wait for the umpire signal that has been given as the boundary by the umpire.
Very well done, and that shot was executed really well. Shubhupal passing from his captain while his captain is still on trying to face the more deliveries for the left-hander, as now coming off spinner on attack. So he's taken the charge and trying to see most of the deliveries. The first ball hit it away for a boundary. Good start of this over for Bousher Busters. No, this is the line where he can draw that outside edge maybe.
Yes, absolutely. And this is the area where Shubhapal has been struggling throughout the day. 31 of 30 is this partnership. Tucked away on the onside.
Yeah, it's been good recovery since they lost those 3 wickets. I feel Asif got little hurried on trying to get most of the runs. Put it on the onside and in the gap as well. No, well done by the fielder. He covered a lot of ground and saved a very good boundary there. Only 2 there.
Sufyan Mahmood there playing a very good shot. Zohaib Amanat cutting the ball off at mid-wicket. Just one boundary of this over. Required run rate creeping up. They need a big over here, Bousher Busters. Inside edge. This will go across the fine leg fence. The ball's racing. Fielder just try to make a valiant effort, but this will still go across the fence for a boundary. 9 gone. It's 66 for 3 Bousher Busters.
जी भाई ये साइड है बॉलिंग जय राइट आर्म ओवर मिडिल
Hero from the last game, Mohammad Nadeem, has been brought in the attack. 7 wickets in 3 innings. 7.27 has been his economy. Very good average of 11.43. Continue from the Oman LNG end. On the onside there. Will that go across the fence? No, it won't. Be cut off there by Zohaib.
Yeah, start with the hunting for the pads, or trying to trap the batter in front. Shubhupal trying to play across the line. I don't think so. That's recommendable here at this juncture of the game, where 3 wickets are already down, while chasing 190 runs. You're on the verge of getting halfway through.
Beautiful delivery there, beats past the outside edge. Shubha Paul, he needs something to break the shackles. Just hasn't been his day with the bat.
Yeah, he's shuffling across a lot. Every time he tries to play that shot, he just shuffles and then decides it puts it on the onside or the offside, depending on the length and the line as well. Another batter who's short in height and getting good use of his height here.
Loud shout there from Nadeem. Hasn't been called as out by the umpire. It was a beautiful delivery. Nipped back in with the angle.
Now that's the risk I was talking about, that every time he tries to shuffle across the stumps, he might allow the bowler to nip back in, and that was very, very close. Very close call.
Well, Abid Ibrahim, I just need one reason why this wasn't called out. Just one reason. Wasn't that pitching in line? Didn't that trap batter on the back foot?
I think could be the height, the only thing I can say. Now again he's gone on the onside, just heaving that one on. Let's have a look at that one more time. Maybe saying, yeah, he's gone on a back foot and could be impact outside the line.
Sufyan Mahmood, 22 from 16 balls.
Really a tough day at the outfield for Nadeem, as that was not given as out. Final line belongs to the umpire.
Thumps away on the offside. Just a single there.
Yeah, KR Azad there. Not an easy man to raise that finger. It will only be going up when it's dead straight.
Decent start for Nadeem spell as well. Steps out of his crease, played on the onside. That'll just be a single. 10 overs are gone. Bousher Busters 71 for the loss of 3 wickets, and with this we have the change of washes in the com box. Shoaib Ahmed will be joined by Mohammad Rashid.
अभी पिया ना बैट्समैन ओनली क्या ओनली अली शाबाश 10 minutes behind please bowler coming left arm round अंदर पल्ली पल्ली राणा जी याद वसीम शाबाश क्या मेरी
Wasim Ali introduced in the attack. Slower first up and hit straight to Khalid Kail at point. So 10 overs 71, they need 119 of 59. Rashid.
Yes, Shoaib. Once again, a little slower, Wasim Ali. But that's a very good shot. What a welcome to Shoaib Ahmed in the com box by Shubu.
That was placed to perfection. flight. It goes inside out, makes room and drills it towards the extra cover region. He knows the fielder is inside the 30-yard circle. Big gap and well exploited by Shubha.
Well bowled, same.
Well, Shoaib, they require 114 runs in 57 deliveries now. Looks a partnership of 48 or 43. They have done the hard work now. They just need to build on this. Sufyan Mahmood, the captain. They've had some very close encounters.
Well bowled, Ali.
Once again, similar kind of shot, yielding them another single. So dealing in singles now. After that boundary has been hit, that's what they require. They require a boundary of the over and then just convert, rotate, strike. Make sure you get those 7-8 runs of the over.
Shubha now goes straight down the track, and that will also be another 4 back. So 2 boundaries in this over from Wasim, and Shubha is taking the attack to the opposition. Nicely played, using his feet straight over the bowler's head for 4.
Well, with that boundary, that brings the 50-run partnership between them. 53 exactly. So intent from Shubha. He's gotten that second boundary of the over. Yeah, much better there. Good delivery. Very good response by Shubha. Smart cricket. Ending the 11th over with a single. 82 for the loss of 3 wickets. But Ruwi Rangers got off to a flyer. They were on 101 for the loss of 2 wickets after 11 overs. Meanwhile, Bousher Busters at the same juncture are at 82 for the loss of 3 wickets. An extra wicket and 17 extra runs.
Yes, Nadeem now comes into the attack. 5 runs before this. That's gone in the air. There is a fielder who's just going to watch it sail over the ropes for 6. Shubha, he's playing an important knock for Bousher Busters. Giving him company is his skipper Sufyan Mahmood, but that shot was a great pickup shot.
Well, look at that use of the crease. Very close to those stumps. That connection. Sweetly timed. No chance for that fielder whatsoever. They do require almost 11.5 runs and over. Shubha, meanwhile, he's there with his captain Sufyan Mahmood. Once again, shorter delivery. Hasn't got that timing on that one. Drops short of that fielder. And they just pick up a single. Zuhaib, the fielder there. The approach from Shubha is evident. He'll go for his shots. What do you reckon?
Yes, I think Nadeem was just trying to surprise Shubha with that short delivery. He got some connection onto it. 101 more needed of 52 deliveries. So that's almost 12 runs and over. That means they'll need 2 boundaries in every over and a few singles. Flicked off the pads. And that's going to go for 4 runs. That's great placement from Sufyan Mahmood. The Bousher Busters dugout is up and running as their skipper is taking their team closer to that target. They need a lot more of these, but that's definitely a good start to this over as well.
Well, you were talking about 2 boundaries in an over. What a great shot that was on his hips. Fayaz, but dancing on that one. Really enjoyed it. Meanwhile, they look very calm. They know as long as these two men are out there, Sufyan Mahmood and Shubhu Paul, they have a great chance of chasing down this total. Meanwhile, very good batting there by Sufyan. Picked a single.
"96 more needed." He had given away 5 runs in the over before this. So 12 runs already in the over. That's good batting. And the key there is no dot balls. That is what is important. And as soon as we talk about dot balls, we get to see a dot ball.
Well, the team has given away 12 runs in this over. And Bousher Busters do require a few. Well, let's have a look at that. Look at that dancing celebration by Fayaz Butt. And look at that. Firing a few missiles as well. Enjoying that on the big screen. Fayaz Butt. Well, he'll use that if he gets a chance today.
Yes, he could use that as a celebration if he scores a 50 and wins the game for Bousher Busters. He can get his gun out. 12 overs, 95 for 3.
ये कुछ करना है इधर मारता यही है वो बस राणा जी रहने दे तू राणा जी इधर है शाहनान मैरी जी बस ठीक है
Catch it is the call. And it's a catch. It's a catch. But it's also a 6 because he's landed behind the ropes. 1 feet behind the ropes, and that is why it's been called a 6.
Well, a short pitch delivery by Wasim. Asking the question to the umpire, but the umpire had a very good look at that one. That was definitely a 6. Wasim Ali still having that conversation. That was a short pitch delivery. Paul rocking onto the back foot and hitting it over mid wicket.
Wants to push it towards long off for a single. He's taken some time out, Shubho. That shot straight to the fielder. Good effort from Zahid. Just couldn't keep his balance and fell behind the ropes. That's cut towards point now. Good fielding by Nadeem. So there you go. Takes that catch and then in his follow through just lands behind the ropes and then he tries to throw it. But that's way too late, my friend.
well bowled. लम्बे जल्दी आया कर
So he's got 6 already in the over, and now they are taking singles. This is smart batting from the captain of Bousher Busters, Sufyan Mahmood. He's taking it over by over. That's how you chase total down. That's how you approach a target. You keep that run rate in check, and then you take the game deep. That's when the pressure mounts on the opposition, and you try and finish the game from that stage. So very well done by Sufyan Mahmood and Shubhopal as well. He's gone for that run. That's a risky run, but he's managed to get there in time. And Naseem Khushi, I think he's hurt his finger with that throw from Mehran Khan.
Well, absolutely, Shoaib. You have to set small goals, achieve them, and then keep continue. Meanwhile, Naseem Shah, that ramp towards fine leg, went straight to Mehran Khan. It would have been really close if that throw would have been on target, but it has hit Naseem Khushi straight lush on his finger. The physio tending to Naseem Khushi.
So the physio now attending 2 people at one time. The spray on Mehran's hand. He gets a refill, a recharge on that previous hit that he got on his forearm. And also for Naseem Khushi. Aziba 11. Enjoying this game. That throw on the wrong side for Naseem Khushi. And I think it hit him straight on his finger. So 12.5 overs, 104 as the game takes a break. They need 86 of 43. So let's look at that scorecard for Bousher Busters while Naseem Khushi is attended by the physio. Hamad Ifraq at the top, scoring 2 of 5. Asif scoring 16 of 12. And then came in Hamad Mirza, was out for a duck. And now there's a good solid partnership between Sufyan and Shubhopal. 30 and 46. 3 wickets have fallen so far. Let's look at those 3 wickets from Rafi. Had a good spell today. The 3 wickets that Rafi took earlier in the innings. Wicket number 1 takes the edge. Wicket number 2 right in front of the stumps. Easy decision for the umpire. And wicket number 3 high up in the air. And a very good catch by Rafi himself. So 3 wickets all taken by Rafi. Good spell from him. He's always been amongst the wickets. Kurum Thunder's captain Sandeep Gaur without the bandana. And he's got a smile on his face. Naseem Khushi now not the keeper anymore. Hanan Rizwan, I think, has taken the gloves. Yes, it is Hanan Rizwan.
Down the leg side, straight away, testing Hanan Rizwan, who's not able to get a hand to that one. Well, bat, that would have been. He did get a feather to it. And that's a boundary. Second boundary of the over, a 6. And then a few dot balls and finishing it with a boundary. Well, with that boundary, it's the end of over number 13. Bousher Busters, 108 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Please, next will come. Please. फाइनल आएगा जायद बाहर ही जाएगा मुझे अंदर हो जाएगा जायद मिड विकेट होगा तू मिड विकेट आ ओए तू मिड विकेट आ नहीं मैं कवर पे रहा पॉइंट बॉलिंग चेंज राइट आर्म ओवर राइटी है सॉरी राइटी है Right arm round.
Rocked on the back foot as the game continues. Nestor Damba introduced in the attack. First ball straight to the short cover fielder. Shubhopal has played a magical innings so far, a fighting knock, 4 runs away from a 50, a well-deserved 50. That ball coming around the wicket has been called as a legal delivery. Shubhopal thinks that it should be given a wide, but the umpire thinks otherwise. Oh yeah. Lucky escape, I would say, for Nestor Dhamba. And a single to get to the non-striking end. 81 more needed. In fact, 81 is the partnership between these two. And what a partnership this has been. After losing 3 quick wickets, they've steadied the ship for Bousher Busters. And they've brought it back on track towards that target of 190.
Well, Shoaib, I feel that they've done a brilliant job. They have rebuilt the innings along the way. They've also made sure that the runs kept coming. They did not play a lot of dot balls. So very good partnership. They require exactly 80 runs, 38 deliveries. They haven't got a boundary in this over. Shubhopal on 47. He would eye to get a boundary in the next 2 deliveries.
What a catch! What a catch! Nestor Dhamba on his own bowling has pulled off a brilliant effort to dismiss Shubhopal, who's on 47 of 41 deliveries. Well, he was looking to go down the track. And in fact, now he'll have to walk back to the pavilion thanks to some brilliant effort from Nestor Dhamba. Look at that catch again. Hit straight and, oh, that's a very good catch from Nestor. And immediately he's smiling. Gives a hug to Sufyan Mahmood, but what a catch.
Well, a setback for Bousher Busters. Shivu Paul was batting brilliantly, but he has to walk back now. 47 of 42 deliveries. Bousher Busters in a bit of bother now. 110 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Covering. Right arm around, one to go.
Fayaz Butt is the new man. He's brought his weapon with him, his bat, which he used as a machine gun. I hope that it fires today. Big hits needed for Bousher Busters. 14 overs, 111 for 4.
सर्किल से आओ, सर्किल से आओ, सर्किल से आओ। मिडल है, मिडल देना। लक्ष्य। लेफ्ट आर्म राउंड। वसे।
Wasim Ali continues to Fayaz Butt. Wanted to get Sufyan Mahmood on strike. Sufyan Mahmood declining that offer. Not going for that run. Let's look at that catch again from Nestor Dhamba in that previous over. Hit straight, and what a catch. Very less time to react, and he's done very well to hold on to it. Big swing.
Bousher Buster still requires 79 of 34 on Nelson here. It does get you a wicket at times, considered to be unlucky.
Up in the air, and another blinder of a catch. It's the day of the catches. It's the spectacular Rafi, who's taken another beautiful catch to dismiss Fayaz, but well, it's the night of catches, I say. One after another. They are just getting better and better in the field, Ruwi Rangers.
Well, that was a blinder by Rafi. What a day he's been having. First picking up 3 wickets, and then that catch. Look at that. Pitched up, going across the line. Fayaz Butt wanted to heave it over mid-wicket. Got the top edge, and look at Rafi. What a blinder that is. Brilliant catch. Look at the joy. Well deserved. Fayaz Butt gone after scoring just 1 run of 4 deliveries. Bousher Busters 111 for 5 now.
New man in Imran for Bousher Busters. Plays it with soft hands to Rafi, but they're not going to take a chance, especially with Rafi, the man, because he has had a great outing today. Naseem Khushi is out as he injured his finger, but he's a happy man. He is very pleased with the performance from Ruwi Rangers so far. They're going upstairs for the stumping. Anand Rizwan thinks that he has got his man. We'll have to check that in the replay.
What a great over this is by Wasim Ali. Getting a wicket. Bowling 5 dot balls already. This one, a referral to the third umpire for a stumping chance. But I feel that foot was planted inside that crease. So I think Imran has survived. Yes, confirmation. Courtesy that green light from the third umpire. Sure, what a great over this is by Wasim Ali. Hasn't given a run yet. Bowled 5 dot balls. Picked up a wicket as well. This is the over that's turning it around for them.
Oh yes, absolutely. And could it be a wicket maiden for Wasim?
Or a double wicket.
A double wicket maiden can also be a possibility. It's Nelson on board. Won't be either. But a good over nevertheless from Wasim Ali. Just 1 run off it and a wicket. 15 overs have been bowled. 5 more to go. Bousher Busters 112 for 5.
Move little inside. Covering.
Oh, is that another catch? Nestor Damba, you beauty. You are like a wall. Nothing passes by him. This was hit hard and straight at him. But he has still managed to hold on to it. So 2 wickets in the same fashion for Nestor Damba. Look at that. Well, he's got safe pair of hands. Yes, that was hit hard. But he will enjoy that pain because he's got a wicket.
Well, Shoaib, the wickets just catches and wickets just keep coming. And they keep getting better. Bousher Busters under a lot of trouble now. Losing Imran, who's gone after just scoring 1 run of 4 deliveries. 112 for the loss of 6 wickets.
Move little inside, please. Covering. Right arm over. 5 ball to go.
Wicket in the first ball for Nestor Damba as Nadeem is the new man. Is that another wicket? Is that a chance? Fielder coming underneath it and takes it, Khalid Kail. So another wicket for Nestor Damba. 3 wickets for him. Nadeem has a very short stay out there in the middle, a golden duck. And it's the 7th wicket down for Bousher Busters.
Well, good delivery up front by Nestor Damba. Nadeem had no clue on that one. Trying to go for that big shot. Did not middle it. Well, with the kind of class they've shown with the catching, I think that was a very simple chance. On a hat-trick once again, Nadeem. Nestor's, beg your pardon. Nadeem losing his wicket. Golden duck, 112 for the loss of 7 wickets.
Covering. Right arm over. 4 ball.
Well, on a hat trick, and guess who's out there in the middle to face that ball? It's Azmat, who's had a horrid day with the gloves. Can he save this hat trick? Oh, he does. He does get some bat onto it. That was a good ball on the stumps. Had he missed that, I think the umpire would have raised the dreaded finger and would have been a hat trick, but not to be. So Sufyan now will be on strike after a long time. He's on 35 of 23.
Well, Shoaib, he's been left stranded on the other end. He's seen 4 wickets go down in front of him. Meanwhile, Nestor Damba bowling brilliantly, giving no opportunity to Sufyan to get a run. What do you reckon would be the approach by Sufyan Mahmood at this moment? He's seen 4 wickets go down in front of him, but still requires 77 or 26.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of options but to try and get boundaries, and sixes, 4s and 6s are the need of the hour for Bousher Busters. Unless they don't want to win the game and just try and stay there till the end, then that's a different plan. But if they want to win the game, they will have to hit those big hits.
Well, certainly they will go for the win. Meanwhile, that's taken the outer of the half of the bat. A dot ball to end over number 16. Bousher Busters 114 for the loss of 7 wickets.
In the slot, and Sufyan Mahmood has hit that over long on. That's gone all the way onto the second tier of the building. Clean hit. And he's got 6 runs on that ball. The first ball of this over. They need a lot more of those.
Look at that. Sweetly timed. That was in the slot. Over pitch delivery by Wasim Ali. The first really bad ball he's bowled. And Sufyan, he'll not miss out on those. Well, Wasim has been greeted to a 6 on the first ball. They require a couple of big overs. Bousher Busters. Can this one of them?
Takes a single. Getting out of reach now. 69 of 22 deliveries.
Well, certainly they require boundaries thick and fast. Meanwhile, Azmat, well, he hasn't had a very good day with his gloves, keeping gloves. Can he change them with his batting gloves? Well, that one drilled down towards long on. where Nestor
Wasim.
does a good job restricting them only to a single. So dealing in singles, they require boundaries. They started the over really well with a big six from the blade of this man, Sufyan Mahmood. He's got 3 deliveries. Can he hit a couple more? Using his crease, going deep down, but cannot get that elevation.
Vella Neor. Wasim. Wait.
123 only on the board.
Khan bhai, thoda sa,
17th
Khan bhai,
over in
thoda.
progress. Wasim is bowling his 4th. Rocked on the back foot. Singles won't hurt Ruwi Rangers at all. They'll just want to finish these overs quickly. Preferably get Bousher Busters all out. Will help them in their net run rate. A good captain's knock from Sufyan. 44 of 28. Goes big again. Gets good connection. And another 6 to end the over. So a fruitful over for Bousher Busters. He's keeping the hopes alive. And what a way to get to his 50. A well-played knock by the captain of Bousher Busters. Comes out in a pressure situation and scores 50 in just 29 deliveries. The man of the moment for Bousher Busters, the captain, Sufyan Mahmood. 17 overs, 130 for 7.
Well, look at the bowling card for Ruwi Rangers. Kalimullah, he's been wicketless. Mohammad Rafi, what a start he had to the match. 3 wickets, giving away just 15. Nestor Damba also picking up 3 wickets, just giving away 20 runs. Wasim Ali, the other wicket taker, giving away 1 run and giving away 41 runs. While in third over, Shoaib, he just gave away 1 run. So he's given 40 runs in 3 overs and picked up a wicket. Meanwhile, a change in the bowling. Nadeem back into the attack. Bousher Buster requires 60 of the last 3 overs. Well, mathematically not impossible, but a Herculean task in front of these bowlers from Ruwi Rangers who do a wonderful job at the death.
ऊपर
17 deliveries, 59 needed. That's 60 in 3, so 20 and over. Not impossible, but very difficult. Sufyan, he will have to take as much strike almost every ball. He has to be the man facing all these 17 deliveries, and even then it will just be an outside chance for them to get to the total, because it's not going to be easy against Nadeem, who likes to change the pace and his line and length. What's coming up next from Nadeem? Slower delivery. That's been skied. It's gone a long way up in the air, and they have done nothing wrong tonight, Ruwi Rangers. They have been exceptional in their catching, and truly, like a champion side, they have been consistent with their performances. This time, it's Wasim who takes a very difficult catch because it was in the air for a long time. Wasim keeping his eyes on the ball all throughout and holding on to it.
Well, that was a slower ball. Could not pick it up. Sufyan Mahmood went miles in the air. Well, he's taken it on the second attempt. Nonetheless, a brilliant catch to end a very good innings by Sufyan. Gone after scoring 50. of just 30 deliveries, Bousher Busters now 8 down with the score at 131.
Move forward, forward. Covering. Right arm over.
Middle stump. You miss, I hit. That's the mantra for Nadeem. Gets a wicket on the consecutive delivery. First it was the captain, and now it is Fawad who was trying an over ambitious shot, trying to scoop it over fine leg. All he's managed to do is let that ball pass him and hit the middle stump.
Well, very good bowling by Nadeem in the death. Slower delivery. And for the second time in the match, we are seeing a bowler on a hat-trick. Fawad Ali gone for a golden duck. Bousher Busters now 9 down with the score at 131.
Covering. Covering. Right arm over. 3 to go.
New batter in Akil Khan. 3 matches, just 4 runs. Number 11, a typical number 11. While Nadeem on a hat trick. He's a kind of player who can be given any kind of role and he'll give you results. Very result oriented, this man.
Well, Shoaib, I hope he realizes that he's on a hat-trick. The field does not suggest such.
Goes for the Yorker, gets it right, and he knows he's got a hat trick. Well, there's nothing that Nadeem can't do. He can bat, he can bowl, he can take catches, and he also takes hat tricks. The second hat trick of D20, and it is another special performance from a very special cricketer, Nadeem. What a performer. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You can see him shake hands because they've also won the game in the process. But what a way to finish this game on a high.
Well, what brilliant bowling by Nadeem. 3 consecutive wickets. What a hat-trick. He does not need fielders to help him. He's decided to shatter those stumps. Let's have a look at those 3 wickets once again. The hat-trick. What a performer this man is. Well, that was the first one of the captain, Sufyan Mahmood, assisted by Wasim Ali, who's picked up a very good catch. And then those 2 wickets. Look at that one. A slower one on the stumps. And this is the best of the lot. Right in the block hole. A slower delivery. But that middle stump out of the ground. And a joyous looking Nadeem.
Well, yes, a monumental game for Ruwi Rangers, completely dominating, and an overwhelming performance from the men in red and black. Bousher Busters So the highlights package will be mostly about the wickets because they've taken 10 of them, 3 of them for Rafiullah, who started off well and dented that run chase of Bousher Busters, just couldn't get going. There was a partnership between the two batters, Shubhapal and Sufyan Mahmood, but that was not going to be enough. A good catch from Rafiullah to take his 3rd wicket. And this is the partnership where Shubhapal took his time out there in the middle, but then got few boundaries in the later part of the innings. Sufyan Mahmood was looking absolutely wonderful with his bat, making sure he kept the scoreboard ticking, and so did Shubhapal, who was slow in the first half of his innings but then kept going pretty quickly. That was a good catch from Nestor Damba, not 1 but 2. It was a catching spectacle all throughout this innings. Some brilliant catches being taken by Ruwi Rangers. So we know that they are a good batting and bowling side, but today they've shown us that they can field well as well. All the catches taken. Sufyan Mahmood did try to accelerate as he was losing partners, but then once he fell, it was only about how much more can they make. Not many, thanks to this man Mohammad Nadeem, who got a hat-trick, the 2nd hat-trick of this edition of Oman D20, powered by Fan Code. So Ruwi Rangers first up, they won the toss and decided to bat first and scored 189 runs. That was going to be a good score on any wicket, thanks to some brilliant batting performance from Hanan Rizwan. He's the Mr. Consistent for Ruwi Rangers. Scored 55 runs of 37 deliveries, and giving him company was Zahid, who scored 32 of 21. Zoeb also contributed with the bat, scoring 28 of 21 deliveries. Pick of the bowlers for Bousher Busters was Fawad, who got 2 wickets in his 4 overs. He conceded 34 runs, with him Imran and Asif both getting 1 wicket apiece. In reply, Bousher Busters, they started off on a very disappointing note because they lost 3 quick wickets, but then there was a small partnership between Sufyan and Shubo, which got them back on track in that run chase, but they just couldn't get there because Shubo was dismissed by Nestor Damba, taking a good catch, and after that it was just wickets falling from the other end. Sufyan tried to take the game deep, tried to accelerate in the fag end of the innings, but just couldn't do it, and he definitely got that 50 for him in 30 deliveries, but just could not get there in time. So they fell short. Meanwhile, a quick sneak peek into the next match that is going to come up. It's going to be Azeba 11 versus Kurum Thunders. Rashid, what do you think about this game between Azeba and Kurum Thunders?
Well, it's going to be a very interesting game, Shoaib. We've seen some close encounters once Azeba 11 is involved. We've seen some last ball thrillers, and Kurum Thunders on the other hand, they've had some good games. They would want to win another game and rise up on that ladder.
Oh yes,